Yeah, mimosa, morning mimosa. 4. We've got ignition. 3, 2. We've got smoke. 1. We've got RIP takeoff. All right, y'all. We're gonna hop right to it these days. Welcome out there. Please share this link, like, share, subscribe out there.
Mouthpiece included.
Self-love. Vision.
Better guard your grill.
TATN. Might have some morning mimosas here. I never tell you guys really what's in my cup or my glass, but this may or may not be a morning mimosa out there. Mimosas. Level you out in the morning. Go over to IHOP and get some breakfast like you're retarded and black. And sit back and complain. They didn't give me the service. Serving everybody else first. We drove past 5 black restaurants just to get here. And they ain't treating me. Where the manager at? Yeah, that's what we do. Looking for reasons not to tip, allegedly. All right, bet them up. All right, welcome to the Self-Love Show. Self-Love Show? This isn't the Self-Love Show. Wait a minute. Who am I? Who am I? TATN. Self-Love Show. Who am I? That's all right, Jim. You know, one thing you've learned at Drop Dead Gorgeous William H. Ray School, always have a black up. Always have a black up. Welcome to Mouthpiece Included out there. This is the podcast where we talk politics. What's politics, you may ask? Well, we don't answer questions. But politics are sports and politics and everything in between that out there. You don't want to discuss that? You don't want to pull up or things of this nature? You got a problem with any of it? So what? For lack of anything that makes more sense. So what? All right. My name is RNA 9 Millie. I'm joined RNA 9 Millie. I'm joined today by the co-host, Big Ace, and any urban Silver Back or Silver Back who still has his or her or their golden heads out there. Pull up. It's an open panel. Links in the chat. It'll be pinned shortly. Pull up. Talk your excrement. Excrete your poop from the side of your neck. But if you do pull out, don't forget to bring your damn mouthpiece out. Yeah. In today's episode, we're dissecting Emmanuel Acho's controversial take on Angel Reese. Now, we've done some research. He is not FCA, foundationally coppered American. We'll go there. But he had a controversial take on Angel Reese that I don't completely disagree with. You want me to be 100%? I'm sure if I sat down with Adolf Hitler, we can agree on something. You know what I mean? Something. It might be, Harold's chicken is good. Hitler might be like, I put the mild sauce on my chicken. It's the chicken on the bread. You know what I mean? Like, all right, that nigga Heil Hitler. You know what I mean? Nigga. You know what I'm saying? But small ups to Hitler. Yeah. But was it a fair critique? Or was this an unwarranted attack driven by foundationally coppered females? We'll break down the facts, analyze what was said out there, the facts. We're going to analyze the reactions, and you'll hear all sides of that particular controversy. We aim to explore the various facets of the story from the initial comments to the broader implications for sports, culture, and the media's role in shaping public perception of athletes out there. Get ready for a no-holds-barred discussion on the fine line. Very fine line. Very, very fine line between analysis, and the root of analysis is anal, and animosity. Chime in, because every perspective matters. No matter what your color. You can be black, you can be brown, you could be pink, you could be yellow, you can be anywhere on the rainbow out there. You know what I mean? In fact, you could be on the rainbow. We go at everybody, and we welcome everybody to come on board, bring their mouthpiece, and talk their excrement. It's a safe space for excrement excreting. That means like your own personal master bathroom. Maybe you got a bidet, maybe you don't. Maybe you got cheap toilet paper. You think you're saving money, but you got to use 3-4 rolls because you don't have enough roughage in your life. Eating too much Harold's chicken. Maybe you got a bidet. Who knows? But, of course, we'll be talking politics and all the weekly news from sports this week. Disclaimer. The views expressed in today's podcast are those of the hosts and any guests, and not necessarily reflective out there of TATN or any of its affiliates. So stand down, stand back, stand by, or pull up. But if you do pull up, don't forget to cut them. Don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Huh? Ran out of that PPP cash. All right, let's go ahead and get our resident co-host to check in. Jackie Robinson's Fininus. Puts the work in.
Mouthpiece included.
Cleats on the ground, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, but
they got him. Yeah, you got the come in with the mouthpiece.
Yes, sir. Mouthpiece included.
Yeah, repping that shot. Huh?
What up, Foo?
Down, FGB.
FGB to the fullest and the highest and to maximosis.
Yes, sir.
FGB.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on?
Yes, sir. FGB and Bear Love, baby. Bear Love.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Yeah, what's been up, man? Give me some hubbub.
I get to sit on the sidelines this year and watch the young fella do his things. We had flag football yesterday, which is sport for the youth in Chicago's public school system.
Is it some sort of flag football?
Yeah, it's flag football out there.
Sarcastic ball. Yeah, they were starting that when I was in school. I thought it was fruity then, but go ahead, Phil. And Ray, they were trying to introduce it to us. I'm like, this is fruity as fuck. But go ahead. That was just my opinion. I was just a kid. I didn't know better. You know what I mean?
Know better, yeah.
We weren't all getting trophies, Ace.
I don't know if they're gonna get a trophy after this crap, but you know, it's still a different level of athletes at different schools, and to go out there and see Deuce at QB1. Giving these kids the business.
Shit, Deuce is out there processing.
Yeah, he was out there processing. Speed was killing yesterday. I hope the next game they raise the level of competition for versus the Sutherland school. But he was throwing the crossing routes 5-10 yards. Kids going to the house because we just had too much talent and speed from the team we were playing.
Hey, you better not bring Diesel or Corch to one of Deuce's games. They're gonna be out there trolling them and shit. He ain't pressing. Get the white boy in. Put him on the safety. Make him the running back.
It was right behind Coach's crib in the field behind Julian High School. They had the kids out there working out yesterday. Yeah. So
all Coach sees is a bunch of little pookies in training.
Wow,
you don't see the gods and the kings, you know what I mean?
Look at all these cards out here I could be towing. They shouldn't be on this side of the street.
Their mothers ain't even paying insurance.
It was the kids out there playing flag football. Luckily, we had the first game at 8:30 a.m. yesterday, 9 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
and I had a job fair going on in the school all at the same time. So
All
it was,
right.
Julian's doing big things, I guess, for the community. So
Yeah, it's funny you
yeah,
mentioned Julian. Me and the wife was out and we met someone who graduated from there in 90. You know what I'm
wow,
saying? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
This
yeah,
yesterday, the day before, yeah.
yeah. Check that out. So
Yeah,
yeah.
small world.
Wow, well. So yeah. The street was packed with parents and kids, and unfortunately, this team ran into the Sutherland Bulldogs yesterday. Yeah, I think they do about six, six TDs in the first half. They took
Damn.
him out. They took him. I mean, these kids weren't prepared. They took him out. He caught one in the second half, and I was like, when did they get him out of the game?
Yeah, I mean, the poor
Yeah.
kids. It's like showing up, you're in the US Army and you show up to some shithole country and they got little
Yeah.
11-year-olds out there with
with the
cap gun. Yeah.
cap guns or
Yeah.
the AK-47s that don't work.
Yeah, that they got from us that were rusted
Yeah,
out
yeah, 4
from
bullets in them.
from World War One AK-47s. Right. We're out there like the Terminator and shit.
Shooting missiles from the damn Mediterranean Sea, blowing up the whole damn
Right.
town. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
standing here, you're 3 feet ahead of me. You know what I mean? It just knocks you out and I'm clear.
Right. Yeah. So
Call it an airstrike. This guy's standing here talking shit.
blow
Yeah.
up the whole town. Yeah, nobody. There's no cameras around. Just send the missiles.
Hey, that's
But anyway.
crazy though. Deuce playing the processing. Interesting. He's
Yeah.
processing that. Yeah.
Well, he's a pitcher, so they want to get I was telling him the other day, hey, most of the great quarterbacks
Patty
got some
Mahomes.
got some kind of baseball background.
Patty Mahomes was a hurler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, the Russell Wilson's out there, even the big guys. He played baseball out there in the Elways, and Brett Favre. I don't think Brett Favre, but it was a lot of
That
quarterbacks.
Brent Favre, the more he opens his mouth, he's just a scumbag.
Well, I mean, that's been established here on
My
TATN.
goodness.
But don't we have to say alleged scumbag?
Yeah, I think do we? He's a I mean,
Yeah,
it depends on the meaning of scumbag, because that's subjective.
He was trying to sue people for calling him a scumbag, and
It's subjective. Maybe I mean scumbag as a compliment. We'd have to, talk about that in court.
Yeah.
What do you mean by scumbag? You know what I mean? A scumbag could be positive, Ace. If you got scum on the floor, guess what you're going to have to do with it when you clean it up?
Put it in the bag.
You have to put it in a scumbag.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, let's just hop to it because we got a lot of good stuff to unpack. And you guys, the link is in the chat. And I'm going to get the right thing in front of me here, but we can get this thing going without it. All right. So my Cubs, you guys never even mentioned it. We started out on a 3-game losing streak and then went on a 5-game tear out there. Or 2-game losing streak, then went on a 5-game tear out there. We won 5 straight. Nobody even mentioned it. Huh? How about them Cubs?
Well, they went home. They got some home cooking. In the White Sox. Yeah. We don't talk about baseball in Chicago this year.
Yes, yeah, because you Southsiders don't talk about baseball. You Southsiders don't. Now, let's get over to the American. Oh, my goodness. I could be managing the Sox. Honestly, I could, with no experience. My ball club could be 1-7 right now. I'd be sitting in there eating, what would I eat? I wouldn't eat fun flower seeds. I would eat pumpkin seeds. I'd be eating pumpkin seeds sitting over there with some vinegar on them, just cooling it up. Yeah.
Just pure salt and vinegar.
Not doing nothing, Ace. All my sisters, everybody be running shit. They be look at that guy. Had his shades on.
Just stealing the money.
Stealing it.
Yeah. Well, you have to have some shades that, have a sponsor to them. Shade makers out there. Fitting the seats like he's not doing a damn thing.
That'd look good. The Cubs would be like, yeah, we got to do this. It's going to be like the Rooney rule. We're going to have this guy for these next 2 years. You know what I mean? As soon as we get some real players, we're going to fire his black ass.
Fire the hell out of him.
Like we did
But
Justin Fields.
yeah, I don't care. I mean, I'll take the check. Yeah, for what's getting done over there, man, you can roll a lineup. You can run some kids in from the minors every week, or you can do whatever you want to do out there. Bring some speed in from the local high school level and put the kids out there, and
Yeah.
it'll make baseball fun again. But he can't do that. We're 1-7. What do you mean I can't? Bringing in Pookie this week. He's running a 4-1-40. Damn it, he's not going to swing. He's got the bunt sign. He gets the bunt down. He's got a good chance, better chance of these other guys of making it to first base. So yeah, I'm putting him out there.
Yeah.
Why not? You're 1-7. Got a chance to get into 2-8, 2-10, 2-11, 2-20. You only won one damn game. Come on, man. Anybody can manage that.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, I tell you. Go ahead.
Eloy's hurt again. He tried to run it out to first base and had a soft tissue injury again. So there's no.
Oh, he was legging it out.
He was
hustling down the line.
Bustling down the line, and got hurt on the way to first base again. So yeah, he's out. Day to day.
Obviously, baseball players, honestly, they don't run enough. And that was the difference. And I'm going to give you a tip because you're some sort of manager out there with the kids.
Yeah.
William, and when he coached Drop Dead Gorgeous, William H. Ray, no affiliation with the school, but we were the William H. Ray Royals. Okay.
Right.
Oh, we ran a lot, bro. He had us running up and down the base paths as a form of conditioning. And I think, when we were legging it out, we weren't pulling stuff. Yeah.
Here's some kind of color.
Yeah, it was punitive.
Baseball.
Get up and down the baseball line. We'd have competitions who can get up and down the line fastest, stuff like that.
These are mostly copper colored players.
Copper, mostly.
Yeah.
You see, mostly copper color. So 1-7, playoffs for the side? Playoffs?
Playoffs.
New stadium? You guys gonna carve through the downtown part of the city right up there on that beautiful river and put this 1-7 team in there?
You damn right. We're talking to the damn state assembly about getting some public money to put this shithole team in a brand new stadium. You're right. That's what we're doing right now. So yes, that's all they need, a new stadium.
All right. Hey, go Cubs. We're not going to belabor the point. Again, I predicted before this season that my Cubs will get over the hump and be. Last year, I said they'd be flirting with the playoffs, and they surprised everyone except for Mouthpiece included, and they flirted.
Yeah,
they flirted with the playoffs.
They just, had a little meltdown in the last couple of weeks of the season, but hey, they did their best.
Facts.
That's all you can ask from a team that got rid of most of their talent and trying to build through the farm systems. Let's see what happens this year.
What's going on, Mike? Hold on. We're having some technical difficulties here. It's like I've been hacked. Nobody's told me. All right.
Production.
Yeah, it's production. All right, so let's go ahead and move on though, because baseball sucks.
We're not on the north side.
Professional. Yeah, I mean, all right. We'll probably make, if we make 1 or 2 moves, bro, like get a couple arms and shore up that bullpen. If we can, again, we will do it. And so I got the Cubs. I got to go ahead and make a prediction. We're not going to win the division, but we're going to punch our ticket and get us a participation wild card spot in baseball.
I can see that. Especially once those players get adjusted and used to and love playing in that stadium, and also it warms up.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can see that.
And good baseball in Wrigleyville is good for MLB, and they knew it. All those drop dead gorgeous pink people out there with the shirts off,
drinking, loving themselves, and sun tanning and drinking and sun tanning.
Ain't had my shower in 2 weeks. I'm out here with everybody, shirt off. Yeah,
spreading the measles and the COVID and
hacking, coughing and shit.
Going right back to work and right on the train and hacking,
pounding energy drinks and shit.
Vodka and whatever energy drink.
running them credit card bills up in lieu of the bankruptcy. You guys ain't figured out what they're doing out here. I know y'all be like, how they going to the bars and just doing every night? They running them up and they're filing bankruptcy, and then they're blaming the black people for filing all the bankruptcies.
Because they get the higher credit limits. They get the $20,000 and $30,000 cash back cards, and they run those things right on up. And what do they do after that? Bankruptcy.
All right, now we cover this Lonzo Ball's return. Now, I don't know, how you feel about the credibility, but he is a black man.
Yeah,
and he's a father, as you, the father of young male athletes. LeVar Ball had a homeboy, rest his soul, at Eisenhower. His name was LeVar, but everybody called him LeVar because we were coons. And he told us for 4 years it's LeVar. Everybody LeVar, LeVar. Like you. His parents, his name is LeVar. It's French. And, we cooned it up. Yeah. LeVar. I think it was because LeVar Burton, you know what I mean? Roots.
Lamar. Yeah. Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, Toby. Rest his soul. But he was one of the guys, though. Yeah, but LeVar Ball, he provided an update on his son Lonzo's potential return to the Bulls. So you got Ball back in the update business.
All right.
He says it's his own personal timeline, but LeVar Ball provided an update on his return, estimating that his son will return to full contact. It sounds eerily familiar. I mean, it's like deja vu. 5-on-5 basketball in a practice setting in about 4 to 5 more months, holidays. Mm-hmm. That is early April. Damn, this sounds just like deja vu. Mm-hmm. This would place his potential return, Ace, around a month before the training camp for next season. LeVar also mentioned that Lonzo is on track to make a significant return to the league after undergoing 3 separate knee surgeries since 2022. He expresses confidence in his son's strong mindset and his ability to come back and perform at a high level. Your thoughts as a dad and as a pundit?
God bless that young man. It looks like on Sport Track, his contract expires in the 24-25 season. So it would be to the Bulls' benefit for him to come back and, leg out another 30, 40 games as a Chicago Bull. I can't doubt that the young man is going to come back. He said he's been working. He's shown the video. He's told Steven Smith that he's coming back and keep his name out his mouth. So, hey, I'm just, as a young black athlete that is, mixed athlete, that's trying to make his return to the professional ranks as an NBA player, I wholeheartedly, did I say wholeheartedly hopes that he makes his full return and recovery as the point guard for the Chicago Bulls. I don't know who's going to be on the team next year, but hopefully, we can start the season with a healthy point guard and see where the Bulls go from there. We're not going to have a high draft pick. We don't have any free agents coming here because I think the cap number is pretty damn high. They don't want to pay the luxury tax, so maybe he can be that particular catalyst to get the Bulls to the 7th or the 6th spot next year. We'll see. But shout out to Lonzo, and keep working, young man. We're waiting for you to come back. I still think you're damaged goods, and the Bulls will never give you another contract. But hopefully you show your wares and get yourself onto another team with your play next year. So shout out to Lonzo, and God bless, young man.
This guy says on another team. All right.
I mean, do you think the Bulls will give him another contract?
You damn right. That's right up the Bulls' alley. They'll give him a 5-year guaranteed max deal. Damn it! All on the strength of Lonzo Ball. I mean, his dad, LeVar. LeVar made statements.
LeVar said he's healed.
Mm-hmm.
He's healed. He's ready to come back. He's healed.
But see, Lonzo's game, it's not so much about his elevation, but as long as he can, it's about his speed, though. You know what I mean? And if he can't get his lateral movement and that speed, Lonzo was fast, and he been sitting out 2 years, man. Like couldn't even carry his laundry up and down the stairs. So
Well, they fixed it. They gave him the bionic parts. He's going to be better, stronger, faster. That's right, Alonzo Ball, the
I
$20 million
mean,
point guard.
it's interesting though, because now let's just say in a perfect world, Ace, he comes back and he's as close to 100%, and we're eating crow like we did the show, right?
Yeah, I eat crow.
Is he starting? Like, what does the lineup look like at that point? What does the starting five look like at that point?
Uh,
You get him healthy, Ace. He blows you away in practice, and y'all are like, damn.
Then had a great off season.
Mm-hmm.
Worked out, did the
Yeah.
whatever camps or
Yeah.
played in Vegas to get
Yeah.
his wind back,
Yeah.
and he's ready to start the season.
It's a buzz about him. The NBA players are like, man, this motherfucker's back. You know how they be when Jordan was coming back, little rumors and the buzz.
Yeah,
He's at LA Fitness, you know what I mean, dominating, stuff like that.
yeah. He's got to be a starting point guard. I don't know where. Well, Kobe can go to the two.
Yeah, I think you'd have two tweener. Well, you're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, just two. Yeah.
I keep calling him Kobe. He's 6'5". Now you got these two guards, and Kobe can shoot as well as go to the hole, and you take the onus off of him of handling the ball, and you can move Ayo to the bench.
Well, according to Hugo, the undersized guard, Kobe's undersized for a point guard in the NBA.
He's 6'5", man. Come on, man. That's how you want him to be.
It's coming from a 5'3" all private league offensive guard.
All American.
Yeah.
150-pound offensive guard. Yeah. But yeah, he's 6'5", so he's been developing his game going to the hole. He's dunking on people, and we already know he can shoot. He's got to develop the stamina and the consistency to do it on a full NBA season, which is tough.
Well, he's going to have that. So you'll have him, Ball. Who else? DeRozan.
Is DeRozan got enough?
Is he under contract?
I think this might be his last year.
Why isn't nobody talking about it?
Because nobody
cares. This guy's a Hall of Famer, according to.
He doesn't shoot consistent 3-pointers, so nobody likes the mid-range game for some reason.
He's not doing the step back three and missing them.
Yeah. He's just consistently hitting those twos, and nobody likes that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell's going on. They've been trading him since he got here.
He's been balling as of late, bro.
Yeah, I like the guy. He should finish his career here.
I mean, playoff DeRozan, bro. Like they said, he's been balling out. This part of the season. Coming down the stretch, bro.
This is the last year of the contract with the Bulls, so they're gonna probably trade him at the deadline. Something stupid.
When we pass the deadline?
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
2 more games left in the season.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna walk away then.
All right. All right. So let's leave him out. So who's going to slide in his? So you had Levine. So Levine, Ball. Who's the other guy you say? Kobe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Then you got your guy from the shithole country, and then they'll have the Patrick Williams experiment coming back again next year. He'll be healthy again, ready for next season. 500.
Wow. I was just about to say that, man. Damn, that's what it would be. Wow. Unless you could bring in a fancy, free agent.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
But the narrative is nobody wants to play in Chicago.
Why would they?
There's buzz about whether the Chicago Sky will select Angel Reese in the 2024 draft. And you guys know what the topic is here today. What's your thoughts on Angel Reese running around the city of Chicago out there, fella? Would that motivate you? You go check out a WNBA game, take the family, and watch it go out there and stare people down, and cry and shit.
Yeah. They have a food festival
Uh-huh.
downtown during the
Roach
WNBA season. So
Roach Coach Festival.
Roach Coach Festival, yeah, and I'd go and check out the Roach Coach Festival. Stay at the hotel down there, the Hilton, and walk right across the street to the Wintrust and see Angel Reese play
Are you
basketball this summer.
buying the
All in
Angel
one night.
Reese? Are you buying the Angel Reese jersey? Are you rocking it if somebody gave it to you? Your wife buys you the Angel Reese jersey. Or are you walking around the south side of Chicago and stepping into Walgreens on a Friday night with the Angel Reese jersey?
No, I'm a man.
Huh?
I'm a man.
All right, we've heard it right here. He said he wouldn't do it. Yeah, right. Now, I probably wouldn't, but Caitlin Clark, I'd probably wear that jersey just to be ironic. You know what I mean?
Okay, that'd be fine.
He's ironic. You walk around the south side, hey, look at that guy. I don't think they'd call me other names. You know what I mean? It'd be something nice.
You can wear it to a Cubs game.
Boy, the way they used to talk to me, boy, in Hyde Park, walking around with this Cubs jersey on, I was like, you motherfuckers. Like, I'm from Chicago. Like, I'm from the South. They used to talk to me like I was a white boy from the North Side, bro. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga,
Right.
like, damn, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And
shit.
them cocksuckers probably never ever in their life been to a Sox game.
No, they haven't. They haven't. But they got in their mind. Everybody's. If you're a Cubs fan and you black, you conservative. That's what they got in their mind.
Yeah. I mean, we all grew up Cubs fans. We came home from school.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, when you're a kid, ain't nobody talking about that North Side, South Side shit. You watching baseball.
And the Cubs had all the black players. So yeah.
You're damn right.
With
Jerry curls.
Yeah. The Leon Durhams, the Lee Smiths of the world.
Big Dawson had a wet curl.
Did
we mention Big Dawson when we did the all curl team? I don't think we mentioned Big Dawson.
I think we did. We had to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure we mentioned Big Dawson when we talked about the all curl team, because he came from Montreal with a swagger,
Hall of Fame,
big stick, and a big curl. So
yeah. And he wasn't on the juice.
No.
Might have been on the booger sugars allegedly. I wouldn't put that past him.
But there was something making him hit the ball out of the damn.
It was the booger sugar era.
Yeah, well, they weren't testing for it.
Kept those shades on because he didn't want nobody to see his dilated pupils and his eyes bugging out.
Yeah. You can go to those North Side parties or those North Suburbs parties.
They just lay it out there for him. Big Dawson. Yeah. John Belushi's there. Rest of sure.
You're a Chicago figure, so yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. Yeah, Angel Reese, if the Bulls draft Angel Reese, it would be great for the city of Chicago because she's the future Magic Johnson and type.
Come on down.
And then Caitlin is the future Larry Bird type, so it's going to be good for the league. Victory over Grizzlies. The Bulls secured a win against the Memphis Grizzlies. They had a balanced attack despite your boy Zach LaVine's absence due to bed rest.
You still on the team? I thought he was out for the season.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd move him. Him and DeRozan. What do you mean you can't?
Nobody wants him.
But I mean, should have moved. You're right. Yeah. Nobody wants him. You're right.
It's nothing you can do. Nobody wants him.
Nobody wanted him when we got him in the first place. It was always if he could just, and if that knee, and if he wasn't high yellow.
If he wasn't ducking so much and his knee gets better. Yeah, he develops, he's instant offense. Yeah.
Yep, if he develops some defense and if you could, if he wasn't so high yellow.
Yeah. But, that max contract, man, that was, if the Bulls would have been listening to Mouthpiece included.
That's right.
TATN, Diane Milz general manager status for the Chicago Bulls. Once that guy turned the contract down, it would have been off
the max deal. It said he wanted to go out and be flirted with.
He wanted to have his fancy tickled by another team.
Lay it out there, Reese. You met your beautiful wife. And, you laid it out there. Every day now, you laid it out for her. And she said, well, I want to see what's out there and, get courted. And And if that don't work out, then I'm gonna come back to you. You know what I mean? And that's how I looked at it. Like,
Right.
fuck you.
Yeah, that
because
deal's out the table.
because it wasn't like it was Jordan. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was
Right.
Pippen. It's this guy.
Right. And it was stupid money in the first damn place. And the fact that they were going to give you this deal
And
even after you got hurt.
And you and your agent turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's not on the table.
Yeah, when he came back, the deal would have been a box of Cracker Jacks, and then I would have held the negotiating thing would have been the prize. So, he didn't have to negotiate for the prize and shit. What's the prize? That motherfucker been saying it's a little twirly thing, you little high yellow bitch. You know what I mean? Just so he can feel good, I'd have flicked it right in his face. That's what's a little spin top, you fucking dummy. You know what I mean?
I'll go somewhere else. Take your talents wherever the hell you want to, you son of a shit.
You know what I mean? But you're right. Had they listened to Mouthpiece included, and the Bears, they may woo today because I think Ryan Poles is starting to feel some cold looks around Hollis Hall. He's starting to, the people in the city used to ride past and smile and, hey, that's that nigga Poles. Now they riding past looking at him like he's short.
You appeased all the sports writers and pundits and meatballs.
All the pinks.
Yeah, by getting rid of JF1.
Yeah.
And
not
doing what made sense. What you
not doing what made sense. Not doing the Chicago way. The Chicago way, we reward hard work. We reward dedication. We reward somebody who shows up and you're asking this person to, sacrifice, time and hours, stuff like that. You're asking, this person do above and beyond just because he's colored.
Right.
JF1 did all of that.
Did all those things, took all the heat and the bullets for your franchise, and his reward was to get shipped out of towns to hopefully we get a #1 draft pick that can come in and maybe get us to the playoffs this year, maybe.
For a 6th-round pick.
For a 6th-round pick. Even though you say you had better offers, you were just trying to get him what he wanted. Come on, man.
Well, when you say that, and then you say I'm doing what's best for the Bears. Now, which one is it, Ace?
It was always what's best for the Bears.
But how is it best for the Bears turning down better offers and sending them away for a 6th-round pick? How's that best for the Bears? How is it best for the Bears?
I said that's what he said he was doing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They were talking about the dissension that would have been in the locker room, the competition that would have been in the quarterback room.
Right.
You gave away your quarterback for nothing.
Yeah.
And you're bringing in a rookie to guide your team.
And hold it. And you brought in Bilbo Bajan last year. You didn't care about that shit.
Yeah. Well, Bilbo wasn't considered a viable option as a #1 quarterback.
Please, you were there. You saw those meatheads. We did shows on it. Bilbo was shit. He's still a viable option. Bilbo, them motherfuckers talking about it's like Brady. They was comparing him to the dude at San Fran.
Yeah, Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now they're saying he's buffed up in the off season.
The juice. His dad was on juice allegedly.
Can't say it. Can you say it?
Allegedly. As long as you say allegedly, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I feel that.
God bless America.
Right. God bless America. Allegedly.
But so I think they're looking. You got meatballs now talking about, well, you look at the depth chart and Bilbo is rated QB1 right now. Yeah, we only got 2 damn quarterbacks and one that hasn't even been.
Are they saying that the local media pundits?
Yeah. But they're all swinging on the Caleb Williams vine about his generational talent, and he's going to come to the NFL and he's going to change the Bear organization, similar to what Sideshow Bob did in Kansas.
Sideshow Bob.
Yeah. So it's and he very well may do that, but he could have did that holding the clipboard this year, and you could have busted him out next year.
Yeah, that's right.
You would have had the opportunity to trade Justin either at the trade deadline.
That's right.
If you felt that this kid was ready to take over, or you could have just let him go. You had to worry about his contract at the end of the year. I mean, a 6th-round draft pick, man. Come on.
Come on, man. And you devalue them. You devalue him and say you're helping him. You know what I mean? And he's like, look,
Yeah.
if I'm Justin, yeah, you could trade me to the best offer because if they trade me for a 2 or a 1, they less likely to cut my ass. So go ahead
Yeah.
and send me to wherever. I'll play
Yeah.
behind Sideshow if that's what they want. If Sideshow
Yeah.
team wanted to give up a 3 for me, apparently they value me. So you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Let me go there and sit behind Sideshow for a couple years.
Sit behind Sideshow. Oh my God! Imagine
Mm-hmm.
the packages Andy Reid would be putting together.
Man, and you be downloading all that information, man. But Sideshow will never be hurt. You're gonna sit there, but it'll be a buzz in practice and camp about what Justin has been doing. It's gonna happen in Pittsburgh. Watch.
Yeah.
He about to go crazy, man.
Man, you should see all the pictures they taking of me. Just looking at y'all. Oh yeah, they done it down. They got me a copper coated, melanated coach that wants me to play
That appreciates
football.
me,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So it made no sense if you knew this is what you wanted to do. It made no sense to get rid of Justin just to appease a rookie quarterback that hasn't set foot on the NFL.
Man.
That's a cop out for a general manager to say that I was doing what's best for the team because I knew this is my guy and I want to be the quarterback. And you got a quarterback on the last year of his damn rookie deal that was going to guide your team. And you
Let
know
me
he's
tell
a
you
good
how
guy
bad
and a
he
locker
did,
room
Justin
guy.
Ace. Let me tell you how bad he did that. If you were looking out for Justin, you should have moved off him last year, right, Ace? You should have moved off him last year. You bring in DJ Moore, you trade. What I'm saying is, if you knew Justin wasn't your guy, why did it take you all this time to figure out he's not your guy? He's like, that's what I'm saying. And that shows me that Poles may not be the guy who we think he is.
Yeah. Yeah. When they made those moves and put themselves in the position to be able to trade that number 1 pick for the next 2 to 3 drafts of picks and decided not to take advantage of it, I lost I lost all confidence in polls. Yeah, you can make moves, but if you're setting yourself up for the future, like you said, you want to build the Chicago Bears to the draft. You
Build a
want
bear,
to
build a bear, build a bear.
build a bear franchise.
Yes, right.
You done it. You lucked up, and you got DJ Moore out of the damn draft last year.
That's right.
You got an offensive tackle. You got all these picks. You got the number 1 pick again, and then you want to be able to trade that number 1 pick for probably number 1 picks for the next 2 drafts, and you didn't do it because you fell in love with the guy that wears the halter tops, and he's a generational talent.
And it was a deception too, Ace, because Shane Waldron, when they brought Shane in, they knew they was moving off Justin.
Yeah.
They knew it then.
Yeah.
So they could have kept him. They still didn't have to move him. Like, we want to get Justin in camp so he can learn the playbook. He's not even going to be starting. Pittsburgh already got a damn quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, they could have held on to him till draft day. Somebody would have moved up and got him. Like,
Yeah. There was no reason.
None.
To get rid of Justin.
Why this man was going publicly saying he loves Chicago and he can't even imagine wearing another fucking jersey, bro. That meant 0 to Poles. Now, I'm hanging on to the fact that Poles allegedly scouted Sideshow Bob. Of course, they were giving Nagy all the credit. So who was it? Was it Poles or Nagy? But allegedly, Poles was on the scouting team that discovered Sideshow Bob. Yeah. So the only thing I'm hanging my hat on is that this guy is a 90% confident. I'll take 90% confident that Halter Top is, in fact, the reincarnation of Sideshow Bob Jr. 2.0.
Okay. We'll see. That's all I can say.
I mean, I'll hang my hat on that. You got to give this kid a chance. I mean, you're not going to sit here and trash Caleb, and then now when we get to the Angel Reese thing, you're going to sit there. Oh, she's a female, and she's just a kid, and she's in college. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, you're going to sit there and trash Caleb because he's wearing a halter top and dresses.
I don't care. Where's the halter top? He's going to be living in the north suburbs, north side.
Fitting right in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Right in. All right. I don't have no problem with it either. If you want me to be 100, I'm actually just having fun because that's what they said it's going to happen anyway. If this guy thinks he's going to get in the locker room and nobody's going to make fun of this shit, and on the field, the opposing players.
Yeah. He's got to earn the stripes. Yeah, but he could have been doing it. He could have been doing it behind JF1. Is all I'm saying. And it wouldn't have cost you a damn thing, but maybe his feelings. And if his feelings were so fragile that he couldn't stand any competition in the quarterback room, well, damn it, he wasn't the guy anyway.
Roosevelt Colvin, former Bear.
Rosie.
Proudly supporting his son, Milz, a freshman on Purdue's men's basketball team. So big ups to Rosie Colvin, huh?
He was an athlete.
Yeah, athlete. Offensive acquisitions. Our Bears are excited about the new offensive addition, including receiver Keenan Allen, Hall of Famer, first ballot.
Yeah.
Tight end Gerald Everett. I hadn't heard about this. What do we know about him? Who did he play for, and what do you know? Do you like him? Is he some sort of colored? Is he pink? What's going on?
He came out from your neck of the woods. He's a Charger.
Well, yeah, I don't watch that shit.
Oh.
I
didn't watch Chargers either. So
right.
All I know is they sucked the last few years. So.
Is he some sort of color?
Yeah, he's a copper color. Yeah.
Is he? Yeah. Do you think he can be the number one over
it's not gonna
Cole Kmet?
It's not gonna happen. But he should make some noise in those two tight end sets that your new offensive coordinator likes to run, and
at 12.
Yeah, with your new quarterback, using him as a safety valve.
So you're bringing a guy with 12 personnel, but you won't let Justin play in it. No. See what he looks like.
You don't want the fastest quarterback in the NFL out there running around with 12 personnel, and no, you don't.
Listen, we said it. This guy's going to go ape shit. And remember, this is the year I said Justin was going to be a serious MVP competition. Yeah. The only thing he's got in front of him is Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? Once they decide, hey, Russell's sleeping with Sierra. I mean, Justin's sleeping with Sierra now. And, Russell, this is Justin's office. You know what I mean?
Well, Russell doesn't get hurt, so I don't know how they're going to work this out.
They're going to sat him down.
But, of course, there's going to be some Justin packages, especially after the preseason, because he's going to play most of the preseason.
Yeah.
And I mean, Pittsburgh's going to be tough. They're always in the playoffs anyway.
Playoffs.
But now you're looking at having a Hall of Fame quarterback and an up-and-coming MVP candidate on the QB2. They're going to be tough.
All right. The number 9 draft pick. What are you doing with that? You sitting there? Or you taking the best talent available, or you moving down?
Yeah, I'm going to package that into another pick.
Okay. All right.
Because you've addressed wide receiver. Even if you move back, you can still get a wide receiver, but their main focus should be edge.
Yeah, I don't want another damn receiver. Stop it with these damn receivers. We got enough. We're decent.
Yeah, if they can get an edge that they want and move back and get a second round pick, I would do that. But I'd move in. I think they can move back a couple picks and get that second and get the edge that they want, or tackle, not the tackle that they were looking for, but they can get the edge that they want, and
shore up that O-line. Yeah. Shore it up.
Yeah.
Shore it up. So Rashee Rice is in a rental, allegedly, a rental like high-end sports car, racing someone that's driving his high-end sports car that he owned. There's an accident, leaves the scene. What an idiot. Had to be fucked up if this is him. Had to be. Yeah, but had to be fucked up, so that's why he left. But now there's 4 people claiming minor injuries, and you know what? I should be the 5th. You know, I should be like one of those IG girls. Yeah, I was in town too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was there. I was standing there, and I got minor injuries, and he left.
Yeah.
So how does he know if I was there or not?
He has no idea.
So I bet you some of those 4 people weren't even there, and it's going to be more than 4 as this thing pans out. But here's the thing that gets me, Ace, and we talked about this on the Self Love Show. As a melanated community, shit, yeah, there we go. As a melanated community, he's 25 years old, and we got all these pundits, the black ones, running out there. Yeah, he's just a kid, and he's an athlete. And when I was his age, and you're 25, and see, bro, what I'm saying, bro, nah, I get it. Somebody's 18, they 20, you know what I mean, man? He's 25, bro. At some point, you are a man, and you have to have a standard of and they were all, yeah, you know, Keyshawn, all of them. Yeah, and I would just tell him, you know, he's just a kid, and you know, we all was young once. He's 25.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to these 25, 20 to 25-year-olds nowadays. They're not that bright. They might be, you know.
They're not. You are so right. Go.
Yeah, so maybe that's the angle that they're coming from. But you know, as a professional athlete, you got these teams around you of, you know, agents, older players. You have the example of what's my man that was in Vegas? Riggs.
Yeah.
Driving 140 miles an hour down the damn street, you know, and his career's over, and he got sued and
prison.
You know,
yeah, he went to prison. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, you killed a lady and her dog, the pink woman and her dog. So, you know,
I think she was some sort of Hispanic.
No, well,
Caucasian has Hispanic hair. You know, are you some sort of
slash,
Caucasian, some sort of
slash. But
you're a non-Hispanic black, or you're just some sort of coon. Yeah, you know what I mean? You feel that? I'm like, what's going on here? You just black, you got some sort of Hispanic in you. You mean, can I speak Spanish?
I'm Hispanic, yes, I can. Hola. El baño es
¿Cómo estás?
El baño es muy bonito. Tengo el gato en los pantalones.
Hey, they wasn't answering that shit 20 years ago, boy. This shit popping up. You were like, what the fuck is this?
Black, white.
Yeah.
Hispanic.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yes, I'm Hispanic, and I'm white, and I'm ish, and whatever else you want me to put down.
I'm going to start answering that way, too. Yeah.
See, it's bueno. But anyway, they're not that bright.
I mean, you're right.
They need more guidance, but you know, it might have been a proper move for him also.
If he was scummy.
If he was scummy, yeah, because he can handle it financially, you know, and the test they're going to give you, by the time they get to you, your system's clear.
Yeah, either way, it's criminal.
Yeah, it's a bad look, and it's criminal, but it could have been worse if he stayed on the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's a good move, maybe it's a bad move, but it was a move, and let's move on. At least nobody really got hurt.
Yeah, true that. All right, so Flus is eager to start the off-season program starting April 15th, bro.
Yeah, they got the Hall of Fame game this year.
Yeah, on installing a new offense and building team chemistry, putting in the culture. Now, you know, the Chiefs, they take chances on players, and all they do is win Super Bowls. So do the Eagles, you know.
Yeah.
But we have this pink culture, you know, that's overrides everything else. You know, we're establishing culture. Fuck out of here. I'm serious. The Chiefs take chances every season on player. Even the Patriots used to do it, and they were talking about their culture. They used to do it. Yeah, he's going to come learn the Patriot way, and we're going to look the other way. They had Hernandez. He's one of the most notorious alleged criminals arrested. So, but go ahead. What's your take?
Yeah. How are we installing the offense on the 15th? We don't have a quarterback.
It's a good
Bilbo.
point. Damn,
Bilbo's QB1.
You got Bilbo Bajan. That's a damn good point. Could have still had JF1. Go on.
Yeah. I mean, JF1 would have been working on offense already. He would have had a playbook. And as soon as he would have got back from on his vacation, they could have gave him the playbook, and he would have been halfway, you know, probably most of the way through it by the time we got to April 15th and ready to roll. Then you could have drafted this kid and brought him in.
Brought him in.
He
All this
could have learned.
bullshit about culture, and all JF1 did was exemplify the entire culture, worked harder than everybody. Ace, like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He was that culture, you know,
Yeah.
and you got rid of him.
Everything
Montgomery,
you
you got
asked
rid
for.
of him. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Everything you asked for, everything you wanted these guys to do, they did, and you got rid of them for a bag of beans for next season. So yeah, I really can't listen to the culture crap and what you're trying to do crap. Just get some football players in here and just play football, and we'll see what happens from there. But the fact that you got rid of your number one quarterback just because you're drafting another quarterback still doesn't make sense to me. All of these people running around talking about you couldn't keep both of them in the room makes no sense, and we'll see what happens.
We will see what's happening. You remember what I said? And once you send me that picture of Pose and his lovely wife, drop dead gorgeous. You know, there's a good chance, bro. You know, and I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Women's Advisory Board. The Bears have launched the first ever Women's Advisory Board to connect with the female fan base and foster an inclusive environment. What female can you think of? Chicago legend, you know, maybe Shaka Khan. Maybe she's too old, but you know that could be showing up at the games. Maybe they're hanging out with Halter Top. Maybe they're there to watch. What female do you think could gravitate more of the female fans in Chicagoland to, you know, come out there 20 below zero and watch the Bears?
Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Yep, Doja Cat would do it.
Yeah.
Well, you would have pop-up gangs showing up at Soldiers Field, robbing motherfuckers in the parking lot and shit. Big ups to the pop-up gangs and the Pookies and Ray.
Pookies, Ray. Yeah.
This is the best thing we can come up with. We're gonna act like we're in a third world country and mob rob people. It's the best thing.
By the time they get to their cars, they'll be told though, coach will be out there. They'll be out there robbing people and they get back.
And they catching y'all too. So you guys don't think that y'all getting away with it. Yeah. And Ace, they finally made a law somewhere, Philly. You can't wear a mask in public. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah. Huh? I'm like, yeah, pre-COVID rules. Everybody like crime rate went up. It's Biden's fault. Y'all letting these motherfuckers walk around with masks, walking banks and shit.
Yeah, I just sent you a video you can check out after the show where Pookie was at the Apple store with Pooh Shiesty on, taking all the phones out of the store right off displays and walking right out. Because why? It's got a damn mask on.
Because they got a mask on. And why? Because he can go to the local Arab store where you might have some sort of, you know, dot head or camel jockey. Don't know if I can say allegedly any of that.
Allegedly, yeah.
In there, and they're going to give him 150, 200 cash right there on the spot.
Or that $1,000 phone.
Yeah. Then they're going to resell it, and then everybody's going to point the finger at Pookie as though he's the main issue when, you know, Pookie's just a symptom of the issues that's going on in America.
Yeah, and this guy's just going to sell that brand new phone right to them.
That's right. Pookie's a product of your original Santa America. All right.
Yeah, you know, first he had his numbers game, and you took that away from him.
Took away the numbers and then made a lottery and shit.
Yeah. Talking about giving the money to the schools.
Even the hooch.
The hooch, yeah.
The NASCAR.
Yeah. Pookie's an entrepreneur, and
Pookie's a hustler. Pookie gonna get his. You know what I mean?
You tried to sell the cannabis to the people. You took that away from him.
Took that away. You know what I mean?
He gave him the booger. He had the booger sugar out there for him, and you made it into prescription drugs. Now all the drop dead gorgeous are addicted to it. And now
you criminalize crack in a way that, just looking back on it all, y'all treated crack like it was meth. And let me say this: crack is horrible. It's awful for any kids out there. Don't do it. It's a bad look. However, looking back on it all, that was just all about locking up Pookie and Ray for being what word am I looking for being entrepreneurs. It was
for cooking that up.
Remember the stories? All the crackheads are jumping in your windows and robbing and raping. It was all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
It was. You had a few people that did some shit, but come on, Ace, think about it.
Yeah.
It was overblown.
Yeah. They they were robbing their family members.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to the stores and doing
Little
that.
nickel slick hustles. Yeah, man.
Eventually, once you knew they were crackhead, you weren't inviting them over anymore.
Yeah.
And
Once
if they were,
they say they come around you in the garage. Hey, can I use your toolbox? I'm changing something. You give it to them. Once they do that once, you're like, wait.
yeah, man. Can I borrow y'all's VCR? Yeah, no.
They come back scratching and telling you stories. Yeah, your toolbox. I'm gonna bring it back. Now they carried it. I carried it over to my auntie house. They out west, and I ain't got no way to get over there. But you got another drill? I saw a drill back here. And once they start doing all that, then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, look who's in the building. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah.
look who decides to pop in Smug Fest. You know what I mean?
So yeah. Once that was all found out, we knew what was going on with crack.
We got Smug Fest back in here. Diesel's in the building. All right, the new stadium, you guys. The proposed new fixed roof stadium could significantly benefit Chicago and Illinois by tapping into the sports tourism industry. And that's what you guys have been espousing since we've been on here. You guys think people from LA and stuff want to come there in the dead of the winter for the damn Super Bowl and hang out in Chicago. So we'll start with Diesel. First off, big ups, and we're just running through some topics right now. The stadium, bro. What's your take on the Bears stadium right now?
Hey, if they putting up $2 billion, let's do it. Because it wasn't that kind of talk at first. They just wanted the taxpayers to front the money. You putting up $2 billion. I mean, it might be another 500 million, maybe another billion. But if they putting up $2, let's do it.
You talking about the Hallis McCaskies are putting up $2 billion?
Yeah. You putting up $2 billion. I ain't got nothing.
And how much y'all putting up?
If it's $1 billion, I ain't mad at them.
Yeah,
because they putting up their own money. Before, they wasn't talking about putting up nothing. It was just all the taxpayers. So.
But are they going to own the land? Are y'all willing to do that? That's public land out. That's public land out there on that beautiful lakefront y'all got.
Well, we got that the group that acts like they're the Supreme Court, the Friends of the Park.
Yeah, so that's what I said. Who are they? Yes.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get nothing over. You ain't gonna get 100% control. Or whatever we put into it, the percentage, the rest of it should be owned by the city. But I'm all for it. If they putting up $2 billion, that is no. I mean, some places you can make your own stadium for $2 billion and don't need no help.
Hell yeah.
So
except for Chicago, the Teamsters are gonna, have their thumb up your bum. Ace, what's your thoughts on this stadium? And is the Sox gonna build a shithole stadium adjacent to it? Nice little. Is it gonna be a whole little thing?
No, it's not going to be in the same area. But the Sox, they're going to build a stadium, and the Bears got $2 billion. They're going to make the team worth about $20 billion damn dollars. So build a damn stadium. Those meatheads that want to go out there with the shirts off and be out there on the lakefront in the middle of January, those days are over with. Let's get a state of the art stadium out there. Yes, there'll be a Super Bowl here in Chicago, and I can't wait. And let's get it done. It was the legacy of Larry Lightblunt that she was going to let the Bears leave Chicago, and now we got the new melanated mayor just wants to keep the Bears here in Chicago, right there on the lakefront. So let's get the damn package together. Let's break ground and let's get the renderings and everything done.
Renderings,
3D
renderings into computer modules, right?
Yeah,
that's what we want. And then we're gonna show Pookie and Ray Ray, being peaceful and singing "Kumbaya." All right.
Coach,
we
get
talked
out
about
there and get a contract too.
All right. We see where the city is. I'm not in the city. I wanted to get a pulse of the Chicagoans. It's good to hear. Although you guys still know I'm 100% against a dome. Easy for me to say living out here in sunny Southern California, but I'm 100% against a dome stadium. You guys need to grow up. The Packers, FGB, they don't have a dome stadium. And you guys are selling out. You guys are truly selling out the history of Bears fans. You guys can be mad all you want.
I prefer
You're selling out and you
too.
guys are going soft.
I want no dome. I prefer,
all right, thank you.
You don't have to have a full open stadium like this. There's stadiums. If you remember the old Dallas that they used to have
in Irving. Loved
It
that
was
stadium.
kind of
Yes.
enclosed. When it rained,
Yes.
it was
There's
only
a hole in
that
the
little
middle.
part.
Yeah, it block all that wind though.
Yeah. So something like that, man. But I'm not, I don't want no full-blooded
Thank
dome
you.
now. I
Ace
know it
likes
costs
it.
more money to do retractable, and they don't really
Ace
want to
likes
do
it.
that. But
FGB, because
I'm going to agree with you, Diesel.
They'll be the
I'm
only.
going to agree. Go ahead, Ace. I want to hear your take.
FGB will be the only team in the division without a damn dome stadium after after Chicago builds this damn
Papa
dome.
Bear Hallis is rolling over in his grave.
Yeah, well, let him roll the freak over because they got to get with the modern times. It's freezing here in the winter months.
Why don't we just play flag football? Go ahead, Ace. Why not?
Yeah, well, they don't. They don't consider getting real Bear players. They got a damn Bear, and they shipped them out of town and sent them to Pittsburgh.
And Roquan. They had two Bears.
Yeah, so what difference does it make if we're playing inside or outside?
The elements it's supposed to give you an advantage against teams that don't play in it. And with the if you remember, all of the teams in the NFC North used to play outdoors. All of them.
Minnesota, the Purple People Eaters.
Detroit,
yes.
All of them played outside.
And when Detroit, who was the first one built the dome? Detroit. When Detroit built that dome, the whole division called them soft. And now there's a great city like Chicago built on the backs of slaves and black people and hard work and the Polish. You know what I mean? Now y'all, we need a dome. Starbucks in a dome.
Yeah, I liked that home field advantage that the NFC North had.
That's right. In the playoffs, boy, man, a home game in December. It meant something.
Yeah, it's all good.
And you guys want to get that up just for an occasional Super Bowl and and the Olympics.
The Olympics aren't coming here.
All right.
The Olympics could come here anyway in the summer.
Right? But if you had those venues,
you got to have a bigger thing to be able to hold more stuff. Remember, they were going to build a whole thing on the lakefront when we won
an Olympic Village.
We won it for Chicago, but then we lost against the rest of the world.
Yeah,
all of that's a front anyway.
What happened to that land?
They didn't win. They had to win. We won for the United States.
Though. What happened to it?
Now it was contingent, but Diesel said that the deal was contingent upon the whole Olympic thing coming through.
No, the day they went and stole that land, and what happened to it after?
He's in the mafia allegedly, but that's all. All right, NFL rule changes. New rules for the 2024 NFL season have been approved, including measures to encourage more kickoff returns and to outlaw the hip drop tackles. Now that hip drop tackle I want to cover first. Hated it, always hated it, saw it, always thought it was dirty. And I played football, and there's no reason for that, to grab somebody from behind them and then turn their hip and then roll your body on them. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't believe the league ever let that happen. When you guys thoughts on the hip drop?
Well, they used to let players slap another player in the face with their hand, but and choke slap them and choke slam them. But the game has to evolve, and it's time for it to go.
Yeah, I never liked it. That's what ended Bo Jackson's career.
Yeah,
sure did. The same tackle ended his career, and ever since that, I never liked it because
was Bo on steroids? Do we need to do a show on that?
No, that was natural.
You guys are saying no. I don't know, but go ahead. I'm not gonna big up to Bo Jackson.
Nobody better say anything bad about Bo.
Yeah, Bo's doing great things for the city. I know. This guy, this guy likes Bo Jackson more than he likes Vince Evans. So I can't say anything about Bo Jackson and Ace's presence.
Well, you can't say him about Bo Jackson in my presence. I'm with him on this one, buddy.
Look at these guys; they're little butt buddies when it comes to Bo Jackson.
Buddy.
Bo Jackson has autism.
He still don't quote it, but he still holds the record for the fastest 40 at the combine. They just weren't taking it officially.
Deion Sanders has the fastest 40.
No, he ran faster than Deion.
Did he?
Yes.
And you're saying he wasn't on anabolic steroids?
No.
No.
No
Bo
coverage.
Jackson Foundation.
What you gonna say? Dion was on it too? Is that what took out his
No,
curl?
Dion was
Is
slight.
that
He
what
wasn't
took out
strong.
his curl?
I
He
want to
was
hear
going
Ace talk
on.
about the Bo Jackson
Okay,
Foundation
then don't
since
bring
I've
that up.
slighted the
Dion wasn't
guy's
on it.
name
Bo wasn't on it.
and what the guy's doing on the South Side real fast, and then I'll come back to Palin on. I'm just saying he could have been on steroids. That's all I'm saying.
He wasn't. What
No,
makes you think he was on steroids? Because
He
was
dominated the game and he was athletic.
Yeah,
he was like that when he was a kid,
He
to a
dominated 2
teenager,
games.
to college. I mean, come on, man.
Bo Vincent Jackson.
He's
Don't
one of
go-
them rare natural athletes, man.
Yeah, it's a beast. And for you to stir that controversy on here, on Mouthpiece included, is blasphemy, and I won't stand for it.
What's the Bo Foundation doing on the South Side?
The Bo Foundation is paying for kids to play travel baseball, namely Deuce, to play travel baseball this year, and helping kids, learn golf and financial planning, and
And I understand he actually shows up and has his presence and boots on the ground. Like he's not just a check writer.
No, Bo will be there. Bo,
Yeah.
Bo will come talk to the kids, tell them what he expects from them as they become part of the foundation, how they need to give back, and how they need to work on their grades, and he talks to them, and he's not an approachable superstar like some guys are. He's a guy you can talk to, and he understands, trying to be better than where you started. He always tells the story about, going back to his hometown, and guys would be on the block like, hey, what's up, Bo? Hook me up with this, that, and the other. And he's like, hey, that ain't what I'm about. I'll help you help yourself, but that's what you need to do. And Bo's just an honestly great guy and a great athlete.
Yeah, I haven't heard any disparaging remarks ever about Bo Jackson. I mean, whether it's coming from, a groupie, a fan, you know what I mean? I haven't heard any from a player he played with. I haven't heard any negativity coming from Bo.
When he had them tornadoes in Alabama not too long ago, he was out there. Helping people fix stuff up, man.
Yeah, big ups to Bo. I mean, big ups. So you guys want to sit here and have a Bo Jackson party? You guys have a Bo Jackson party on your own. You know what I mean? This guy wasn't raised in the city of Chicago. He was not a Chicago Bear. He did not play for the Cubs or the White Sox. But you guys want to sit there and have your little Stradivarius. You play your little Stradivarius.
We're not trying to hear that, man. You're going to bring up Bo CTE. You know what I'm talking about?
He doesn't have CTE.
Commitment to excellence.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say he had CTE.
Oh, silver and black, baby.
He's called CTE. Commitment to
I used to love the Raiders with him and Marcus Allen, man.
Right.
Al Davis started hating on them, man. Hey,
all right, last thing before we get on topic and wrap this up. Diggs, how do y'all feel? Diggs going to the Texans. First off, what does it mean to Buffalo? Second off, what does it mean for the Texans? CJ Stroud.
It should help Stroud, but I mean, he was doing fine without him. He throwing for 4,000 as a rookie without the dude. Okay, you bring him on, you just don't want him to be a cancer.
Man.
And he's starting to show a pattern. He almost got this little TO in him.
Give me the damn ball. You talking about the give me the damn ball pattern?
No, worse than that though, because it's like he did. Yeah, baby.
And this is the guy that really signs autographs.
Oh, well, I was about to say he did play for the White Sox. I forgot that.
Yeah.
After he had the hip replacement surgery. And that's probably when they juiced him up. But y'all don't want to talk about it. You guys want to live in your Bo Jackson fantasy?
Was he on the Valco report?
I said allegedly.
Yeah, but you throwing that up there. You the one that's making the alleged accusation. So let's get on you. Then do you got some proof, some evidence? Have you seen his name in the report?
I mean, the degenerative hip. You guys, he
was limping when he was running with the White Sox. He limped ever since that injury. So how could some steroids help that man?
Okay,
it didn't help him if it was supposed to. It didn't.
All right, you guys. I mean, I see I hit a topic here. Well, he could be high on the autism scale. You guys are being too emotional.
Buddy.
Bo Jackson knows.
Buddy.
Bo knows where I'm coming from.
Just stop hating on him, man. What are you hating on him?
Bo knows
hating
where
on
I'm
Bo,
coming.
man.
Bo knows. Bo knows anabolic steroids.
Bo is just trying to be a devil's advocate.
As he always does.
I'm not party of
That's
this
what he always
blasphemy.
Bo knows deer antler spray. Yeah, I'm just saying. There's a way of looking.
You work for AAA, don't you?
AAA.
Yeah, you
The
go
Auto
around
Club?
putting the batteries on people, putting the cables on them.
No, he's talking about the battery.
Yeah, you jumping people. Always just stir pot stir. You got a big thing of stew behind you. Just stirring the pot.
Big ups to Bo Jackson. All right, but you know, you the one came out here and said,
huge ups to Bo.
What's his name? JF1 has autism, and you're talking about I'm stirring the pot.
No.
JF1 hasn't done anything to deserve any disparaging remark.
That's based on stuff I seen. I said maybe
that's what I'm saying.
Wrong. I said maybe something's wrong with the guy.
Did you see what Bo did? He could have been on juice. I mean, come on. And it was the juice era. You guys don't want to believe.
No.
Because he's your hero.
You can bring up tons more people who they got evidence of. And you bring up somebody they got nothing, and you just make an accusation.
I'm just saying.
Because you try to compare to Justin Fields, because I said
yes,
Justin Fields is very smart. I said he's very smart, but something must be wrong with him that he don't throw the ball.
If you can say Justin Fields has autism, I can say it's possible.
No, you said autism, and I said
we agree that it's possible that Bo Jackson did some sort of steroids, whether willingly or unwillingly.
No, we can't.
We can't agree that that's possible.
No,
you guys. No. So you guys follow. Now you're telling me you followed Bo Jackson around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all during his athletic career.
So let's say that about everybody who played, because you didn't follow them around, right? Okay, so everybody's been on roids. Everybody, they've been on speed, everything. All of it.
Let's get on topic. I'm gonna give you guys a quick background, and then we're gonna cover this because I'm interested to hear you guys' take on this. I really am. It's been major. So I'll play the sound from Reese's video, and she was responding to a particular question, and it's important to know that she was responding to a question and she became emotional. So, which I didn't know initially. You know, I thought, you know what I mean, she was just coming out there going in. But before I play it, Acho, he's not foundationally coppered American, during a podcast appearance, discussed his perspective on race relations. He stated that he doesn't carry the generational trauma that many of your copper-colored Americans do because his parents were born in Nigeria out there.
Wait a minute. And before you continue,
go ahead.
When you said Acho, right?
Yeah.
Is it just me?
Okay, go ahead.
Between him and his brother, one is like the gremlin before he eats something after after midnight, and the other one is like the regular the little one that's good.
Well, damn, bro, I just realized it's two of them.
Yeah, the other one is level-headed and everything. The other one is like something after midnight, and he just like is a fanatic with stuff. You know,
one of them's a troll, and the other one's more fair.
Yes.
Bro, I just realized when you said that it's two of them, bro.
And the one who was level-headed played with the Bears for a few years.
Yeah, he sure did. Sure did. Sam Acho, right? Because when I was putting this show together, one time I was typing in Sam, and then I was typing in Emmanuel. I'm like, what's going on here? I didn't know what was going on. All right, damn. All right, well, that makes sense. But let me go ahead and see. I know where did I put her in here? Weird allegations. Where is she? Oh, all right. I don't know. But anyway, we all know what she said. As for Angel Reese, well, let me get back to Acho. Acho. So they don't have the generational trauma because, you know, he's some sort of Nigerian. He clarified that his background might make him less hostile in conversations, you know, about race, aiming to deliver his message in a way that can be received without the sting of personal trauma. His comments sparked debate all over social media, leading him to explain on Twitter that he wasn't claiming to be more privileged or, you know, better, but rather providing insight into his approach to discussions on race. Now, Angel Reese, after LSU's loss, she addressed criticisms of her own, you know, court behavior and authenticity. She told the media, you know, they can't put her in a box. And she basically said that she's been sexualized, you know, on social media, and she can't be, she doesn't feel free to be who she is, you know, in her skin as a Black woman, essentially. So she spoke candidly, stuff they say athletes should shut up and dribble. Acho, I don't know if it was Sam or Emmanuel at this point. He comes
It was
out.
Emmanuel.
Okay, good. He comes out and he kind of went in on her. And I'm gonna say on the surface, on the surface, like if it's my daughter, I'd have slapped the shit out of him. But on the surface, bro, like I did kind of agree with it. So I just wanted to get y'all's take. He did come out and later apologize after people reached out to him. But what he said was, you can't be winning championships and then doing all this. And then basically what he said is going all over the internet and, sexualizing yourself, wearing, yoga pants and doing this and that. But her point is white girls do it all the time and don't
All the
nobody,
time.
right.
Yeah.
So then they went on the internet and used her image and made one of those fake porn videos with her. And that's what she said, like, kind of made her really feel like a victim of the fame. So she was speaking out to young women who look like her. And this guy, who's not even foundationally black, comes out there. We all know how to take a big cup of STFU. We all know how to have these conversations in private and say what we got to say. But then this guy, and it's always same thing with the rap music. They always find these non-foundationally black people to come out there and shit on the culture.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, him being on the network, of course, that I believe that this was written from for him, and the
Fox, is it Fox?
No, he
was Fox.
Yeah,
he's on Fox. He's on Fox.
Yeah. So him and Shady received this narrative, and they put him out there to respond to her heartfelt emotion of losing her last college game and what she's been going through after winning the championship of the year before. When once you become the once you reach the pinnacle,
targeted.
It's everybody's job to tear you down.
Facts.
And this was her year of going through it, and after her last college game, she just got emotional and let it out that this is what she as a female, a black female, was going through this year. And it came out at a time when she knew she wasn't coming back to play college basketball anymore.
Go ahead. No, race card or female card? Did you have a problem with the female card? Because if a male athlete said the same thing, would this even be an issue?
Well, male, I mean, people go through this all the time. Normally, it's melanated athletes that have to go through the criticisms and the problems of showing their swag and bravado. And once something happens negative, then everybody's ready to pounce and jump on the particular athlete. So I just thought she was just telling her truth at the time, and then it was Fox's responsibility to come out and jump on her for telling her truth at the time.
Diesel, is she getting more empathy? I want your take, but is she getting more, like, is it right for us in the age of female rights to give her more empathy?
Listen, man, it's like this, man. It's so pretty much the whole season, going back to last season, right? Forget even what she said. It's basically where they're looking at it. Okay, this team with this black player, the team's mostly black. They're looking at them like evil. I'm hearing that in a lot of different takes of extremists and politically stations, motivated stations, looking at them as evil, and the other team is good because most of their players are predominantly
drop dead gorgeous.
So whatever she's saying is going to get flipped regardless of what she's saying. They're going to say, "Oh, good, they finally lost those blah 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 blah," and they'll use every term or word that you could say. For the most part, some of them will just come out and say what they're feeling, but other ones will use words
Dog
that
whistle.
Are undertone racial,
coded and yeah.
But they wanted to make like, oh yeah, basically they're saying good versus evil. It was similar to I immediately look back to Bird and Magic in the 80s, right? Especially from college. From college. Even though it was men, it was more or less like, hey, Michigan State, mostly black team. Indiana State, mostly white team, led by a white superstar. One's led by a black superstar, and they making it like good versus evil. You see what I'm saying? And it's like,
well, when I'm asking y'all, and I agree 100%. What I'm asking y'all is this: when me and Self Love, we were coaching at MPHS for a little bit before allegedly the great Dorothy Gators had us run out of the business because she knew what was ultimately going to happen. Yeah, I said Dorothy Gators, and you guys went, "Oh, she's great." Yeah, go ahead and do it. I'll go off cam if you guys want to defend Coach Gators. Go ahead.
No, she's not BoJack.
All right. She's a legend. My point is this: when we were coaching those girls, Diesel, the coaching staff will be reminding me and Tori, like, man, these are females though, bro. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, you can't talk to them like that. You can't. And to me, it kind of felt, because I'm an athlete. I'm just a pure, I want to play the game. And, you know, I don't say he's white, he's black, you know, in between the lines, you know, we're going to address this, we're going to attack it, and we're going to win. So
coaches were losers.
Yeah. But there's a dynamic there that other coaches of females have told me. And is that a true dynamic? And that's kind of what people were getting on too. Like, would people have even reacted to him if she was a guy?
Who's that? I mean, I don't think it would have been blown up to what it's been blown up at. But I can tell you this. So the WNBA. So people are always talking about it like, hey, how come they don't generate? They only paid this much money. They don't, why are they not paid close to what the NBA and everything? And so me and my friend were discussing, and I told him, I said, listen, you know what? We really want to know and dig into why they're not viewed as much. Who's to blame? Women. It's point blank dry. Women are to blame. They don't watch it enough. So when you think, and I told my friend, I said, when you think of sports, right? Usually, and I'm just saying on an average, right? A man usually, if they want to watch a football game, baseball, basketball, right? Usually your girlfriend, your wife, or whoever, they may support you in watching it, but they, for the most part, and I'm just speaking on averages, for the most part, on an average, they don't want to watch what you may be into, but they watch it because they're supporting you with what you want to watch, right? So if men don't tend to watch the WNBA as much, because to men, it's like slow pace compared to what we're accustomed to watching. Men in college, men in the NBA.
And the controversies that they're fanning, right? They're fanning controversies that specifically relate to women. So when the NBA started, there was controversy between black and white, and there was the violence, there was Bird, Magic, there was this and that. Me and Ace have broken this down. Yeah. And so now you got Kaylin, and now you got this girl who they say the Chicago Sky might draft. So this is all great for business, but like, okay, so she's complaining about the sexualization, right? And this sounds very misogynistic, but yeah, that's their fault. Like, so they're, to your point, they're pitching their whole thing to women. And to your point, women have no interest in going out and watching and supporting them. They'll sit online and talk shit and stand up for your right to get money, but they have no interest in going to the fucking games and supporting and paying for tickets. Therefore, where they're messing up at, complaining about the sexualization. They're supposed to chime that up. And then now the men are going to the games. Like, how the NBA players show up and they're all dressed to the nines? They should be showing up like they're on a catwalk.
If think about it, if your and I'm just trying to think of women, your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, your sister, your baby, your kids, if they're a little bit younger, females, your daughters, if they were watching that stuff, like men watch sports for the most part, men will watch some WNBA and stuff, but they're not into it like they are into the NBA and everything else. But if the women were into it, I guarantee you more men would watch it.
Of course.
Because what do the men do? They go buy music that they know women like to listen to.
But women aren't going. They aren't going to get. They aren't going to be into it though.
Right, but that's the whole.
So
that's the whole thing.
They're targeting the women, and they should be targeting the men fan base. That's what they should be doing. And then I'd have puppet, and I'm going to throw it to Ace. I'd have puppet relationships, even if they're lesbian, whatever their lifestyle. Puppet relationships. All right, we're going to pretend like you're dating Drake, and we're going to have Drake showing up at the games. You know, you're dating Lil Baby. You know, that kind of thing to get talk on the internet, to get more people wanting to show up. Okay, Drake's at the game, but go ahead, Ace. You know, I don't want to make this a dissertation about the WNBA, but go ahead, bro.
Well, I mean, there's a certain segment of women that supports the WNBA, and that women isn't, you know, a segment that men hang out with. Let me put it that way. So, you know, if you want to market the game a different way, yes, you need to get more entertainment and sex sales. They use women in the men's NBA commercials, highlighting the sports drinks and playing ball, and they don't, you know, they don't get the hardest looking women. They get the drop dead gorgeous women in those commercials, either dribbling the basketball or
well, that's the underlying thing that they never discuss.
Yeah,
what's that?
What you're talking. It's the I believe 80 to 85% of the women in the WNBA are
alternative lifestyle, right?
Or yeah, like 80 to 85%.
And it doesn't have to be that way.
So what happens is men, most, and that's why I say it's women who would need to be, who are not watching them like they should be, because men are going to look at that, and again, we're just speaking of the averages.
Yeah,
they're going to be like,
exactly.
Okay, I'm watching a female game, but you know, most of them are not.
Correct. So then I might as well at this point watch the men's game.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to watch either one of them.
No, I said it should be like JV. They should have the women playing on the same day the men play. And, you know, if you show up early, you can watch the girls play like it is in high school. But what was well, you guys already did that. How does Angel Reese's experience with public scrutiny, including death threats and sexualization, shape the conversations about the treatment of female athletes in the media? And see, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm just naive because
I think that's just, I hate to say it, but I think it just goes along with being famous. If you're famous, you have an entertainment. If you're in the public eye, it's just going to be a number of nuts and crackpots coming at you, and you know, maybe threatening your life or hating or not wanting you to be the person that you are, and it's just part of being famous from what I consider. It's not a great part of being famous, but it is what it is.
But she came out there, y'all, on her own personal social media and was like almost coming off like Megan Thee Stallion. And that's how they come up. You know, that's their thing. They come up and they act a certain way, but they're not like that. You know, they're in school, even Megan to tell you, I got a degree, you know, I'm not a slut. But then they go out and talk about all this stuff.
Yeah, but having a degree doesn't sell. Sex
but
sells.
Again, you got to go back to last year.
Bingo.
They win a chip. She mocks her. Now she's more villain than she ever was from last year. So the whole season, then wasn't it like a little thing in the season where she missed a few games or didn't play, and they thought it was something going on?
There was something going on with her racist coach. Well, I never met her coach before. I don't know.
And,
I don't know what's in her heart.
So I'm sure like all of that had a build up to this year, and when they just played, yeah, I mean, we know that if you're black, you're going to get it worse, and a female at that too. So, but yeah, it comes to, like he said, if you're in the spotlight and what we would consider athletically famous, you're going to get scrutinized. These things are going to happen, but it's just going to be more so, even because of like what you accomplished last year, what you did. And then all of the stuff that went on up until this point.
Okay. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm talking about. And maybe I'm just old school or old hat. I don't have a daughter, right? But after she, won the championship, I supported her, and she wasn't taunting. She was responding to what that Caitlin Clark had been
Yeah,
doing all season and all games.
right.
So they
And
eliminated her, and she just, gave her a
she
taste of her own medicine.
she dropped dead gorgeous.
Right. But she gave her a taste of her own medicine, and then America went crazy and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
got mad.
You
What
can't
I
do
would
that.
have, what got me is, okay, you're a role model at this point, and you keep saying you're talking out to young girls, and you keep saying young girls that look like me, and you can be yourself, and you can be in your skin. And then when I go on your social media, though, it's like it's something different. You know what I'm saying? And she can do what she
But
wants on her social media, but it's
it's the NIL. She gotta make
sale
that money.
sex.
She
Yeah,
gotta sell it. You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And she, I mean,
And if she was white, it wouldn't seem so sexual. When black
right.
women complain about that a lot too, like with the dress code. Go ahead, Ace. You know what I mean? White girls can wear. Yeah.
And she, I don't think she's foundationally lesbian. So she's 20 years old. So what do 20-year-old women do, especially athletic women? They're going to show their body. They're going, and she's getting paid for it. So damn, yeah, she's selling sex.
But as a role model, like if that's your, I mean, there's nothing I could do
Yeah,
about it.
she's not a damn role model. She's a 20-year-old, 21, however old she is. Come on.
No, she's just a kid in college, man. I don't college. You got to be careful when you start talking about college athletes as role models. I mean, they're just human beings going through life, getting ready for adulthood.
Yeah.
So you can't expect too much from them. They're trying to live their life and get to the point where they can become an adult, and then they'll look back and be like, man, look what I did when I was 19, 20,
21, right.
Yeah, so
Man,
you can't put too much in. And that's for all of them female any athletes, the guys too. I mean,
yeah,
some of the stuff
would it be appropriate to, like, if you guys are part of the media, I mean, you get up there and you're dealing with female athletes, you're like, hey, like maybe should the media and the team have like a chart of their menstrual cycle? You know what I mean? You got have an algorithm. You're like, oh, you know what I mean? And she's off limits. We don't talk to her this week.
We can't talk to her this week.
You know what I mean? Because it's just, what I'm trying to say, Diesel. No, y'all don't want to talk about it because you can't.
Or we'll just say if they having a bad
He's straight
week.
simping. Look at Diesel. Straight simping.
If you saying you got a bad. Nah, you can't say that.
Y'all just simping.
What they should have been talking about with this dumbass coach and a strategy about guarding Caitlin Clark during the damn game. Why in the hell wouldn't they double teaming this chick and getting the ball out of her hand?
Let me tell you this. That is Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. If they don't fan that, her and Caitlin Clark and an WNBA, because listen, I would go see both of them play, but I would definitely go out of my way to go watch Caitlin Clark play.
My gosh. I don't know what...
what's her name? Her style of game. What's her name?
Angel Reese.
Yeah, her style of game is.
It's not box office. Yeah.
No, and quite honestly, I don't know how her game's going to equate how good she's going to do in the WNBA.
15 and 15. She'll be like 15 points, 12 boy. One of them.
Double every night.
But from what I can see, she doesn't shoot like a lot of the big women that I see in college and in the WNBA that are good or multi-skilled.
But she's covering the feminine aspect that you're saying we need. And like I said, 90% of them don't have to be that type of, like, you can have some girls who they can play basketball, they're not as good, but they're on the team anyway.
Her skill set from ball. Talking
about but see,
but I know it goes hand in hand. But I'm just saying,
it goes hand in hand.
But I'm not looking.
Gives a damn about her skill set.
If I want skill set, I'm going to the guys' game. That's what they got to understand to a certain extent. But then they get mad at guys like me and say y'all wrong.
But I thought,
what I mean. Well, then you got a shithole league and you're not getting money.
I thought the other girl that when they played against UConn, I thought Paige. Her game,
Brookner.
Her game is more comparable to
Juju Watkins, who I met. I met her when she was a freshman in high school.
Well, she's dope too.
I'm paying to see her when she goes.
Yeah, I'd pay to see her. She just got to get a little more. It's her freshman year, so if she get a
Yeah.
little more season,
Bro, she started
can be.
playing. She started balling for the first time in the middle of her 7th grade year. You're looking at someone doing this who's only been balling 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th, 11th, 12th. She's been balling 6 years total, and she could go to the WNBA and be drafted number 3 overall right now, probably, or
Now
2.
look, you think Ice Cube would offer old girl a contract to come to the Big Three like he
He
did?
should. He should.
Angel
He
Reese?
should.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't know.
Not Angel Reese, but yeah, he should.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Angel
let
Reese.
them
I'm
make
talking about her.
cameos. Oh, that'd be dope. Oh,
Cameos,
A cameo, yeah, but I wouldn't offer her nothing like
Man, I had Juju all of them, and that'd be dope though to have some of the best.
No, you
girls
can't.
play
It depends on the kind of player that they are.
Yes.
To bring them there, and if it can create an attraction, big of a buzz.
So, for instance, Steph Curry and because he's older, and Caitlin, that'd be a nice little one-on-one, boy. Because Caitlin will go crazy.
Yeah, there's thugs in the.
And she'd make more from the Big Three than she would in the WNBA.
She sure would, but she wants to win chips, bro.
Yeah, but man,
they're not paying anything. Paying for chips.
Yeah, only you coons who come up pouring stupid, come in there, you want to get generational income. She wants to win chips. She knows the money will come. So
I want to hook up with Ice Cube.
Yeah, that would be.
And she ain't even gonna play that long. The Big Three ain't even that long of a thing. So
I know. I feel you.
You'll be done with that, getting that man.
Same thing like if Dubai offered her, $1 billion for one season. Yeah, I'm over there. You can take your chips and at that point, right.
She could do it if she played in that Big Three. Then she can go to all them other international leagues or whatever.
Well,
come right back.
That's most of the money for the female players is overseas.
Go everywhere pretty much, but Russia.
Does Cube have a W Big Three? Or you're saying you'd had a women playing in the?
I'd have certain women, certain women that I know, women that I know can play and ball.
Yeah,
I'm we putting her on this team.
Yeah,
well, maybe that's the next revolution of the Big Three, because you got the older WNBA players that aren't playing anymore. That you can make
true.
You can march them out before those games, like you said, with the male players. Yeah. And you just have a different, dichotomy. And that's another fan that you're bringing into the stadium to see the Big Three, the men and the women. So
I don't know if you guys, I've been touting Wembanyama. I'm consistent.
Yeah.
Man, this guy, man. And, your boy Pop keeps him on bed rest, bro. If anybody else was coaching him, they're not talking about him, man. This guy's probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year.
He should be. He should be. That dude, and he's got got energy for days. And
Pop Pop is limiting his minutes, bro.
Yeah, his team sucks. Run him out there.
Man, Michael Jordan, when his team sucked, was playing 45 minutes. Doug Collins had Michael Jordan out there for 48 minutes a game when they were born.
You're talking about a different Michael Jordan. You're talking about a different animal. You're talking about somebody who's competitive.
Michael Jordan.
Somebody who's competitive fire is like that, but you're talking about a guy who ain't from this country coming here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna have.
France isn't a shithole country. Are you saying the French are soft? Because Americans believe that French are soft.
No, I'm saying you're coming to a military
guy.
You're coming to a different country, playing in their league. How much are you going to be like, hey, man, no, I want to play. Nah, man, you're going to stand down.
The Joker's playing.
He's a rookie big man.
The Joker's older.
Yeah,
Joker's been in the league for a minute.
The Joker was 30 when he got here.
Yeah, he's smoking cigarettes and drinking beers.
Just like Luka. Luka's 30 already, 32. They be lying on their birth certificates when they get over here, bro. They be old as hell. The Africans do it too.
Let's give me a passport, Sam 17.
Yeah, Joel Embiid's probably 37 right now.
I don't know about in the basketball, but I know in the baseball, them dudes be coming from different parts of Central South America. They be flying their butts off.
Yeah, in Cuba. Yeah.
I'm
Tejada?
They be
Remember
playing.
I
Ace be
think it was
seeing him in the
Miguel
little league
Tejada.
baseball. This nigga's
Yeah.
27 years old.
What was the guy playing for the Sox?
Throwing 90 miles an hour.
95.
Yeah, when they won the chip.
Who was my
Yeah.
man?
From a
Franco.
little league
Julio
mound too,
Franco.
right?
Julio Franco. Ain't talking
Yeah.
about his age wasn't it's like, man, that dude was older.
All right, let's go ahead. Hey, y'all, let's wrap it up. But following the controversy, how might the sport? This is the last one I got on this, and then y'all can lead it into your final words. I'll start with Ace. Following the controversy, how might the sports industry move forward in fostering a more supportive and empathetic environment for athletes dealing with personal attacks and public pressure? I'll start with you, Diesel, because Ace is busy.
More women watch. Let more women get into it instead of being critical over responding to stuff that they see happen. Just watch it. If they watch more, it'll bring more attention from men because they tend to like what women like for the most part. So if they just watch it, if they like it, like it seems when you bring it up, they say that they do. Show it, participate, like it, get into it. I mean, you see, like a lot of women when their kids are growing up, they got them into soccer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think they're into soccer that much like that? Were they watching it like that? No, but they're participating because the kids are in it.
Yeah.
But if their kids are in like playing basketball, they'd probably be watching this WNBA more. You know, if they got a daughter and she's playing basketball at a young age, they'd probably be watching it more. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Watch it more.
I mean, it's an interesting concept, Diesel. My niece played, and I watched her all through high school, but I still didn't, come home and ever have let me just turn on this WNBA game and watch it. And I don't know why.
Because was her mom watching WNBA?
Nah.
That's the thing.
And the dad either. The dad was watching NBA.
And if your niece would be coming home saying, "Oh, I want to watch this,"
but
then
she didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you would be watching it.
Yeah.
Even though you probably didn't really want to, but you're like, my niece.
If my niece was watching basketball, she was watching the NBA. And we used to be like, "Why you ain't watching?" You know what I mean? Yeah.
It comes with the participation from women who are usually the most vocal about things that men criticize or say things about in their league. Hell, most of the if you go and look at men's basketball, man, they got like women covering all parts of the NBA and stuff. Whether it's on their they're always like a reporter reporting for this or your home network, which for us, like when the Bulls play, they usually got there's like women covering all of that.
But you're raising a good point. Tupac said the secret to his genius was he made his albums to speak to black women and not men. So to your point.
Men what are they gonna go do? What are men gonna go do? Ooh, this girl loves this.
Or we're at the club and this song comes on and the women are dancing. So guys are just going, tune into it. Right.
House music, right?
Right.
When it took over, you had thugs that was going to clubs because women were in them clubs dancing to that stuff. So men are gonna go where those women are and what they like. So,
speaking of house music, Diesel, me and Wifey, we're going to be at the formerly known as House Stock. We've had a cease and desist filed, so we have to. Okay. Yeah, it's ancestral something melodies or something now, but man, we're gonna be there, bro. Me and Wifey gonna be there that Saturday, bro. Marina Van. It's out in the. I'll send you the link. But it's it's the second annual, and Tori's part of it. Him and a group of DJs, bro. You might have to get on there, and then definitely come out with your camera, man. Start, like you do at Chosen Few. Yeah. I'm bringing some magic mushrooms, maybe not.
I just seen a thing for Lil Lewis on. He gonna be at Navy Pier.
Probably wear
in
Aaron Rodgers jersey when I'm
in June. So I think I was like, I might go there.
FGB.
Check out.
I'm high and smug. Listen to house music. I'm smug. I'm gonna have some
House
mushrooms
music,
and some
I don't know.
reefers, bro. Yeah. We'll see. I might not, but yeah. So, bro, I think Ace is gonna be out there. Like you know what I'm saying? It's a
When is
glamping.
it? When
It's
is
a
it?
glamping fest. It's June that weekend, June 28th, around there. But yeah, I'm gonna send you the link, bro.
In June.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't have to stay overnight. Like they got day rates, where you just be in there, and they got this unincorporated land. Way out.
Is it at?
Where is it at, Ace?
It was Antioch.
Lincolnshire. I don't fucking know. It's
suburb.
somewhere where you might see the KKK if you venture off too far and try to get.
It's just a suburb. If it's Antioch, that's a suburb.
Yeah, I don't think it was. Yeah, you say Antioch, okay, but no, it's off somewhere. It's in the woods, bro. Like they can't even get internet.
Yeah,
you can't even get internet like where it is. You go out there just literally with the house music. They got DJs from all over the country. I introduced them to a French DJ I met out here in LA. They might be lining him up, get some French people there. Might have Wimpy Hammer.
Is your boy Grilla gonna be there?
Who?
Jay
Grilla. You know what? Let me get Jay Grilla on the phone. Because, Wordsmith, he's not a marketer like me. I got to get Grilla on the phone.
Let's get Jay Grilla out there.
Jay Grilla should be one of the damn DJs. And they should have been talking to Diesel. You know what I mean? But they uppity, the guys putting it together. And the other people in the house be like, y'all don't even have enough cachet to do this. You know how the house community is. Everybody think why y'all doing this? Y'all don't have, because you ain't doing it, and shut up. You know what I mean?
We doing it, and we out here, and it's the second annual, and
shut up. That's right. Yeah, Diesel. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm so like that's gonna be my new yearly trip to Chicago. It's gonna be every year for that, and then in the wintertime, still, for U of I. So yeah,
cool.
Yeah, we only staying one day though, man. A whole weekend out there. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was in
opening home opener for the Cubs too.
Next year, sponsor.
I went to that game. Home opener for the Cubs.
Shit. Did you take your shirt off?
Yeah.
It was cold, raining.
It's cold, raining. He's not a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
Well, them pink people, boy, they'll take their shirt off, boy.
Man, they had blankets. They had blankets out there.
It was 40 degrees.
I wanted to take the little girl blanket who was sitting in front of me. She got her whole blanket around. I was like, man, I want to take that blanket.
Oh, that shit would have went viral, boy. That shit would have went viral, boy.
Good seats too, man. I was behind like home plate, and was able to sneak my liquor in too. Oh,
hey, they showed him all during that game. We got a coon at the Cubs game.
Drinking out a water bottle. We know.
Absolutely. Hey, look, I told my buddy, I was like, hey man, you need a heater. I said, this is my heater. I ain't gonna feel none of that.
Security's on his ass. He hasn't bought anything. He hasn't bought any concessions. They was on his ass sitting behind home plate.
I bought a hot dog. Hey, I bought a hot dog, and
how much was
it? $25.
$9.
That's not bad, bro.
Man, the smallest Sox Park, you don't pay no $9 for no damn.
Complaining about a $9 hot dog at the game.
North side.
Yeah, man, I was mad. I didn't realize it because they so equipped now. And you give me a debit card, right? They charge your card, so you don't really see what it costs you.
Takes the sting out of it.
$9.
He's just Ace. This coon just passing out his debit card and don't even have an understanding of how much he's paying. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking like,
from the bank.
I'm thinking like,
if it ain't cash, I can't.
I'm thinking $4 or $5 for the little bitty hot dog. Right? Man, that thing has
been that price in the 60s.
Man, you can't even get that on 73rd and Narragansett for $4 no more.
I said $4 or $5. $5. I'd be like, all right, cool.
That's how much it costs.
$9, man, you buy 2 hot dogs, damn near $20.
That's what I'm trying to say. You go to a Jackie Robinson West game, how much are the hot dogs, Ace?
Yeah, they're $5.
That's what I'm saying.
$5.
You can't expect that at the
Sox even be having dollar dog Thursdays, man.
That's because it's a shithole stadium. It's a shithole team. They're 1-7. Nobody cares about them. Nobody cares.
Look, I had good seats at Wrigley. Do you know how fucking tight them seats are?
Yes.
Man, if you got any kind of size, you may as well stand up because you're gonna be like, oh, no, man. Sox Park is still better than Wrigley Field.
Because nobody's
Still.
there. Of course, you're gonna have elbow room to stretch out.
Nah,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
I've been there when that stadium been packed. It's
Nobody's
still
there.
better than Wrigley
They're
Field.
giving you the hot dogs because they're gonna go bad at the end of the game because they cook hot dogs for 30,000 people and only 5,000
Well,
5,000 smucks are showing up.
The sale, I still call it the sale. It's still better than Wrigley Field.
Well, Wrigley was
Period.
made for
It's just nonsense.
drop dead gorgeous people from the 1900s.
Yeah,
I can't say Bo Jackson may or may not have been using steroids, but you guys can come on here and say the sale is a more historic and prestigious
I ain't
drop
say
dead gorgeous
historic. I ain't
stadium
say
than
prestigious. I said better ballpark than Wrigley
it's the same
Field.
thing.
No,
it's just a better park. Wrigley Field, the modifications they did help a little bit. But it ain't, man. I'm telling you, it's not.
One of the stadiums is a national landmark. People come from all over the world to see it. Which one do you think that is?
They don't come there for that. They come there to get drunk at all the clubs around it. They don't care about what's going on with the game. They can care less what's going on out there on that field, man.
They want to go drink.
Hey, what did Cat Williams say? Tonight we're getting. That's all they care about when they go to the Cubs game.
They want to hit the bar and then Boys Town and then there.
Man, you had Harry Carey talking about he's a Bud man and a Cub fan. That's all they care about is that Budweiser.
And that's why you guys are mad because Harry started working for the Sox, and then we took.
No, I love Harry Carey.
That's why y'all mad. You still ain't got over that. Jack Brickhouse. Y'all can't get over Jack Brickhouse.
I love Harry Carey. Loved him. He used to crack me up.
He was a human resources nightmare. HR nightmare.
Andrew Dawson.
Get that beer in him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drop Dead Gorgeous. That's where I got that Drop Dead Gorgeous from. Harry boy, he'd see them white people out there in the stands or them white players. Look at him. He's a rookie. Drop Dead Gorgeous young man. Harry used to be drunk.
Man, he up there.
But he never called the black guys Drop Dead Gorgeous.
He never.
Not one black person was Drop Dead Gorgeous.
No, never dropped a racial epithet too. He was drunk, but he knew what he was saying.
But we don't know what's in his heart. You know, like Diesel's gonna tell you, you never met him personally, so you can't say if he, you know.
You don't know what's in his heart.
Yeah, you know what's in his heart. So Ace, I'm gonna throw it to you for this question, and then I need y'all final words. Following the controversy, these are already addressed it. How might the sports industry move forward in fostering a more supportive and empathetic environment for athletes, not just your females, but even like Kwame has got some sort of trauma he's dealing with from being called a busty bus. So moving forward, how do we foster a more supportive and empathetic environment for athletes dealing with personal attacks and public pressure out there?
Well, I don't think the sports industry has any interest in fostering a supportive environment for these athletes. They want them to go out there and perform on the field. They want them to win. They want them to market their products. They want to sell jerseys. They want to sell shoes, socks, bats, and
so sex and negativity sells, and the media knows it, and these sports people know it.
Yeah. I mean, controversy over Justin before he left here, whether he was going to be traded. He's not going to be traded. Damn, jersey sales goes up. Then he gets traded, and he's going to have the #1 jersey in the league in Pittsburgh.
Because I noticed those meatheads' views are down. Those meatheads, the local meatheads on YouTube, their views are down.
Because they reported on him every day for until he was traded for a good month and a half. I was like, damn, is it really that important? The whole nation is reporting on him every single day.
But you're going to see why, because he's going to be MVP this season. Maybe not because he's got to wait for Russell now, but this is the season I said I expected Justin to have his breakout party, and I'm standing by that at willing to eat crow. But it's on Ace. Ace was talking. He's responding to the question.
No, go ahead. I just
and then we're going to get into the final.
It's no problem. But I just think that the controversy sells, definitely sex sells, and there's no reason for these teams or companies or entities to be concerned about the health and well-being of the athlete. No matter how much rhetoric they put out there, like we want to protect our athletes and their feelings. Even the guy from Illinois, Vontae Davis, who just died, had CTE, and
I didn't know that. Rest in peace, Vontae Davis.
Yeah, and there's have you heard anything about that, or are you just hearing about
CTE. What does
They
CTE
very,
stand for?
very
What does
minimal
CTE stand
coverage.
for, Diesel? What does CTE stand for? No, you said it earlier. Not that.
Oh, commitment to excellence.
There you go.
CTE, the pride in poise.
This
Silver
guy.
and black, baby.
He
Beware the
don't
silver.
know what the real
Beware the
CTE
black.
stands for, but he's
That's CTE, commitment to excellence, baby. Al Davis.
all right.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, poor and stupid. Run through there and bust your head up. Go ahead, Ace.
So all we're hearing about this week is Angel Reese crying and
They did
Emmanuel
not cover your
Acho
boy
jumping
either,
on.
man. You said it too. They very minimally covered Vontae Davis.
Yeah, and he's got a brother in the NFL, so that they're not,
We'll cover it next week. Go ahead.
Yeah, but so that there's a false narrative that they carry about these athletes, but it all comes down to what has it come down to for since these teams were put together. The almighty dollar. The bottom line is the almighty dollar, and what these athletes can do for these teams, and what their jersey sales and their marketing can do for the team. So they can come out with that crap, but it's all about the mighty dollar.
Go ahead, Diesel. You was about to get well said.
No, I just piggybacking on what he's saying. It's all about the income, the dollar. They're only gonna care about certain issues and things when it starts to affect their bottom line. If the bottom line isn't being affected, or if it's something that's going to increase their bottom line, then you'll see them make changes. I know you had mentioned the thing with the football, the rules, the
kickoff returns.
I think it was starting to affect their bottom line. People
didn't
like that you just
shit boring as hell, right?
Yeah, everybody's going to the 25 after a kick. No, man, kick returns. Those are people who can make a living doing that.
And some of those injuries the football fans like. Down. It gave you time to get extra beer. I'm not talking about the major injuries, but I'm saying, where are the injuries at?
Giving them the business.
And I like that they figured out a way to make it where on the kickoff is not going to be as much contact generated from that immediate speed coming down the field. So yeah, I'm all for that. But that's going to be something that's going to possibly
maybe the kickoff could be flag football just for the kickoff and punts only. What do you guys think about that? Ace, you're a modern day classic man. You like the dome in Chicago, sit there and shit. You like that, don't you?
I want the retractable dome.
I do, yeah.
They're not gonna pay for that. Man. Well, the new rules is gonna say they're gonna kick the ball depending on where it lands. If it lands in the landing zone, they got to run it out, but they have to wait for the player to catch the ball before they can start running downfield. So
advantage offense. Yeah,
it's gonna spark new and more kick returns and probably more touchdowns. And any player that may come close to Devin Hester's touchdown record, it's going to be an asterisk next to it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Right, because of steroids?
No, because they're changing the rules.
I can't even mention steroids anymore. What you guys think about Bo Jackson? See what y'all did?
He caught the ball and he took off and he was scoring touchdowns. Now they're going to catch the ball. Once they catch the ball, they get set up to blocking, and then they're running all the way from downfield.
And they can't run and line up no more. It's a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. Hey, but we're going into the final words. But these are the weenie in the butt final words, you guys. So this is a word for our sponsors. And then we're going to throw it to Diesel to give us his final words.
WQHG 97.1.
Weenie in the butt final words, you guys.
In the morning, cool weekends.
In the morning, cool weekends.
FM. Weenie. Manic Monkey 97.1.
Cool weekends in the morning. All weekend long.
Weenie and the Butt.
In the morning. On the radio.
FM. Dickie the Punchline Donkey. On Cool 97.1.
Cool weekend.
On the radio.
In the morning. FM.
Cool.
WQHG
Cool Weekends.
in the morning on 97.1.
97.1.
Weenie in the butt
97.1.
in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Oh my God.
WQHG. Turn it on and rip the knob off.
You're listening to the radio.
Weenie in the butt.
All right,
You don't
guys.
think Lamar Jackson's the
So big ups, big ups. So let's go throw it to Diesel for his Winnie in the butt final words, and then we'll throw it to Ace
Shout out
as
to
we
the
wrap it up.
sponsors.
Shout out to the sponsors. Winnie, butt.
So yeah, I'll put it like this: like what we were covering, kind of like I see this happen in the it's throughout within the comic book industry. So a lot of the what they would quote unquote call woke moments, but they're the main ones who will criticize things that are going on throughout the industry, and I'm speaking of the comic book industry. And it relates to what we were talking about in terms of the basketball. But they're the first ones who won't support what they're sitting up there arguing for. So, we would, me and some of my friends, we would say like, hey, look, if you're going to make this character or create this character or have a new person, and let's say that they're not of the norm, whether it's their sexuality, their race, whatever, right? Give them their own book, right? And start an own title. And then let's see how that book does. See how it performs. Let's see how it sells, right? And it seems to me like every time they try to do that, it gets canceled. The run gets canceled whenever they try to do that. So it's similar to what we were talking about, whereas, so what does that say? The people who are arguing that you're not being inclusive with all these other things and everything, you're the ones who are not supporting what it is that you're arguing for with everything else. So
you're alienating the very fan base who will support you, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It's like the NBA didn't alienate all white people when they were fixing the black issues and making it more woke. They didn't, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a fine line, and that's what the NFL don't want to do. They're not going to alienate their entire fan base to push an agenda. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like I tell my friends when it comes to the books, I'm like, listen, I don't have a problem if they bring in a different character, whether they're gay or whatever.
I know you
be.
don't.
And
if
the
they're
book,
good, they're good. I know you don't. I know you personally.
And I don't mind them introducing them in one of the real popular titles, right? So people will know, hey, here's this new person. And then like they do with any other person or character, they may introduce them in a real popular title. But if you think they're going to hold weight on their own, make their own book. They'll start their own book.
Hey, that could be cold, boy. Hey, misgender. Misgenders. A woman a man by day, and then when they turn to a superhero, boom, they go in the phone booth and they come out a whole woman. Misgender. We're gonna work on that.
They try these types of things and they don't work. They don't get supported by those people
by the very people who want it.
Yes. They don't go by the books. They don't.
Sounds like black people. Always want black businesses, and then when they show up, we don't support it. Go ahead.
And what we're saying about in terms of everything with the basketball and everything, same thing. The women who take issues with some of the stuff that said, watch the game. Watch it. That I guarantee you, if they start watching the game, their revenue would just continue to rise and rise. Watch it. Get included. Get in it. See where it goes. Because if you're watching it, take your family.
It's a cheap night out. Yeah.
It's not. Their tickets are not expensive.
Yeah.
Not expensive. And it seems to me like more of them go to the college things than they do to the WNBA game.
They do. That's because they have an allegiance to the college,
supporting their alma mater, or their kid plays there or something.
And there's some shithole city that there's nothing else going on.
There's nothing else going on.
Yeah, but that's my whole thing. Support what you want changes to and see better progress and everything. Support it. support it. And if you did, I guarantee you'll see more change if there's more people supporting that.
You know, these are. I thought you guys were just producing coons and athletes at Chicago Simeon High School. And I know it's become a magnet school over the years. It's a top flight school in the nation. But I say, man, this guy, he's savvy out there, isn't he? He's savvy out there. He just learned that in the military. There's no way he was getting that at Chicago Simeon.
No, we was Simeon, man. We was holding it.
You guys are doing your studies, huh?
He was holding it down. I mean, Simeon was not a bad academic school.
Yeah.
It was not. It was
but now it's like Mac, you know what I mean?
Because they changed it to career academy.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm vocational high school, just like CVS was.
Yeah. So everybody
I think
can go.
wasn't Hyde Park a vocational too?
Sure was.
And now they're all like career academies. So, they changed it.
They didn't know what to do with Jucoons back then.
Yeah, Jucoons. And I was driving through LA and I saw Whitney M. Young High School. I wanted to get out and slap the principal.
So look, Milz, I was telling Dean, right? Remember Dean? You know Dean?
Yeah.
So his son, who played ball, right? I was telling him when this was before his son was starting high school.
Okay.
I was like, hey man, get him to Simeon. I was like, Robert Smith, I was like, he can ball. He'll end up in a good Division I school.
You damn right.
Scholarship, right?
Yeah.
So Dane was telling me like, hey man, almost, but his mom, the academics. I said, man, are you crazy? I was like, I started naming people of recent years from Simeon where they went. I said, Jabari Parker went to Duke.
You should have told him. You should have told him your son's not gonna have to lift a pencil as long as he's on the basketball team. He's gonna get all A's, and they're gonna get a monkey to take the ACT and the SAT on his behalf. What are you talking about? It's Simeon. That's what I would have told him. I know what y'all were doing. Don't try to sit here and act like y'all. Come on.
No. Zach Norvell went to Gonzaga. I mean, these are like recent.
I went to
years.
college with Irvin Smalls. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. Get the fuck out of here.
Maybe he was hanging out in your frat house too long.
He was. It was a package deal, though. He was hanging out. Big up
because he was in your frat house.
Hey, E. Small was cool as fuck, and he was actually kind of smart, but he didn't seem like he was matriculating. But go ahead.
Yeah, but my point was, I was telling him, I was like, dude, you come to Simeon, man. You go to any school in the fucking country if you want to, and
you could be on the bench and you getting a college ride at Simeon. You could be seventh man.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But I said, if he want to go to one of them good schools, I was like, man, and look, he was in the paper. His son was in the paper all this year. This whole last year.
At what school?
Year, he went to, what's that? Lane Tech. He went to Lane.
Oh, well, Lane Tech's a great school.
Nah, but
not athletically, but academically, bro.
Academically, yeah, but what my point is, he could have done the same thing.
At Simeon.
He could have been at Simeon and be going to a great school. He could have been going to a great school.
You're an alumnus. You're supposed to do that.
He'd have got more notoriety.
I don't know.
And we
if it's my kid for my money, I'm sending him to Lane Tech. Unless he was a Derrick Rose type. Meaning, he didn't really care about school.
We had no stars this year. Yeah. And we still went downstate. We beat them. We beat his fucking school, and we had no stars.
Yeah, that. None. See, this guy, he's not married, Ace. You're sitting there talking to your wife like, shithole school or Whitney Young. You know what I mean? My homie from work said we should send him to shithole school because that's where he went. You know?
Yeah, don't ever come to no Simeon alumni talking about shithole school. You'll be running for your life, motherfucker. Come there.
Compared to Whitney.
I don't know him.
Now, come on now. We gave props to Simeon. Now, come on. Yeah. But we're talking Whitney Young now. But we're talking Whitney Young.
No, we said Lane Tech. So what are you talking about?
Lane Tech is the same level, bro. That's
Lane Tech ain't that fucking.
Lynn Bloom is better.
Lynn Bloom used to be in the 80s. In the 80s, Lynn Bloom was like number 3 in the state. It ain't like that no more.
It is. They're selective enrollment.
It sure is. But we're going to throw it to Ace for his final words. And this guy, big up Chicago Simeon. They produced lots of college grads and on every level to his point. Baseball, basketball, track, and academics. So big up to Chicago Simeon.
And football.
Big up to Chicago
football?
Simeon.
Yes, football. We got plenty of people that made it to the NFL, bro.
Yeah, they don't talk about that.
I know. Triple Crown school. When they say Triple Crown, it's baseball, football, basketball.
Oh, I thought it was track.
No. Okay. Track because you could put that as number 4. Won city in football, city in baseball,
That was
and
80s.
state in basketball.
Yeah, but
83.
whenever Leo used to play y'all, they would have beat y'all, but the refs always cheated. And Leo was a much smaller school. They didn't have
what?
on Leo
And what?
basketball.
No, they wasn't beating us.
Basketball.
The only team that was
They
beating
used to
Simeon
compete
since
with
the
y'all,
80s,
and y'all had the
they
refs on y'all.
competed, but they wasn't beating us, bro.
I never
They
said
couldn't beat us.
that, but that's because they was cheating.
No,
Leo
it
would
wasn't
lose
no
by like
cheating.
5 points, bro, year after year. Man, I'd be
Nah, bro.
mad.
You wasn't. Man, listen.
I remember, bro.
Chicago
Listen,
Leo.
the
Chicago
dudes
Leo.
on Simeon,
Yeah, 200
Leo
students.
had decent players, but they couldn't beat us. You
Yeah,
wasn't
200
listen. You
students.
wasn't. Hambrick was too disciplined.
Leo
in the
was
80s.
like Morgan Park with the girls, and then Simeon was like, Dorothy Gators. You know how it is, Ace, when they got all that props in the state. It's a big agenda at that point. And some of these small schools aren't going to be able to win because it's an agenda.
I'm sorry. You went to Eisenhower, right?
That's what I'm saying.
You guys used to have a decent hoop
We have
squad, but you guys always used to
Eisenhower
lose
has
to us too.
now.
Used to
Don't start
lose
that.
to us too.
I can start. We can talk about history.
Yeah.
We were the
Well, let's
first
talk
blacks in the
about it.
south suburbs.
I didn't say you
Our
weren't. I
school
said
only
you
had
had a
1,000. We
decent-
only had 1,000 students versus Thornton, and them schools had 3, 4, 5,000 students. And the reason they gentrified that was because all the coloreds was going to Eisenhower out of the city, and all the other people at the other big schools were all white. So they said, we're going to take this small school and put them in this big division.
You guys were like
as
Catholic
soon as
school,
everything blacked
like
out,
Catholic.
as soon as everything got black, and I left the school.
Yeah.
Now they gentrified everything back how it should be.
Like a little Catholic school. Huh?
Yeah, it was like a Leo,
school.
like a little Catholic
Catholic
school.
school.
We used to play Leo.
Has in the big divisions with 200 students in
No, Eisenhower used to have a decent squad, but they wasn't
track,
beating us.
football, right? Yeah. We had Jared Cooper. He was he broke the state record. I think it still stands in the 100. Yeah. But go ahead, Ace. Give me your final words out there. This guy's took a whole 10 minutes to give a Chicago Simeon blurb. You know what I mean?
You always got to bring it up, man.
And
Bring
he's having a fantasy too. He don't know they was cheating for Simeon until they got downstate.
That's what they all say when you can't
When they got
win.
downstate, they wasn't cheating no more.
Yeah. That's when they had to show that they had to have the best players in the state to win when they were downstate. Which was God bless Simeon and all the alumni and the fans and
That's
friends.
right. Big ups
Simeon.
Bob Hammer.
Yeah. Robert Smith and all the players that matriculated through that sports program to get to whatever university they wanted to. But my final word is, hey, this is a era much like when Magic and Bird came through in the NBA. Finals was still on tape delay. This is an era that the WNBA has to take advantage of. You got to market these two athletes, and you got to pay them. You got to make sure that you don't miss on this time to expand your game. Whatever you need to do to fill up the stands and put the fans in there, free tickets, or just come in and buy the hot dogs and beer and whatever the hell you're selling and jerseys. Whatever you got to do to get your fans into the games, this is the time to do it. You got the two stars. That's good versus evil, black versus white, whatever that took place in 1979 when Bird was going against Magic. This is the WNBA's time, and it's up to them to take advantage of it if they want to grow their game. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal player. Angel Reese is a phenomenal player, and she has a dynamic personality. So, i.e., Magic Johnson, and you have your Bird and a Caitlin Clark type of players. So if you don't take advantage of this time, then you're going to miss something. Maybe there'll be a alter ego to Juju Watkins whenever she decides to come out of college, but there's no reason for her to come out because, her NIL money is going to be more than what she's making in the WNBA at this point in the near future. So
she wants a chip. As soon as she wins a chip, she's up. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So I believe that in the NBA, if you truly want to grow this game, this WNBA game, support it at this time. Take care of these players, market these players that's going into your league, and the game will grow. You have to cater to the fans that you think are going to come out You got to get new fans. You got to get some guys in there. I don't know what you got to do to get the guys in there. Normally, it's sex and sex sales. The cheerleaders, whatever you got to do, this is your time. This is your time to make it happen. And if you don't do it now, I think you're missing a great opportunity to grow this particular market for the WNBA. Between these two great players, and the aura and the marketing time frame that you have. So put them out there, get them out there, put them out there as much as you can. Get them showing up at NBA games. Whatever you got to do, make sure your NBA stars for that city go to these WNBA games. Make it whatever NBA player night. Zach LaVine's on bed rest. Send him to the WNBA games. Whatever you need to do. But get these players out there. Get Scottie Pippen out there. He wants a platform. Send him from the Bulls Stadium over to the Wintrust Arena for the Chicago Sky. Or have the Sky play a few games at United Center. I know it's all money and dollars, and it's who's getting the dollars for this game, who's getting the dollars for this game. But if this is a version of the NBA, the WNBA is supposed to be, you got to market. You're forcing the games on TV on Sundays. When there's nothing to watch. Put those players out there, get those stars out there, make it happen, make it entertaining. But if you really want to grow your game, this is the time. And that's my final word. Market these players, whether you're talking about their looks or skill level or sex or the notoriety that they're bringing to the league. Because damn it, I watch some of the men's college games, but I'm still waiting on this. This NCAA tournament for the women was fantastic, and I don't know when the damn championship game is. I think it's today or tomorrow. But my gosh, this is your time. And if you don't believe it's your time, then I don't know what's going on in your marketing department and who's in charge of the WNBA or who needs to be fired or who needs to be changed. You control the narrative about the players for the NBA. Do it for the WNBA. Send Fox and the Disney networks and all those guys all the narrative that you need to get your game going, because you got two stars. And you need to ride them until you can't ride them no more. So that's my final word on this Angel Reese controversy, Caitlin Clark controversy, because that girl can play, and and you ain't gonna be able to double team her like you do in the college game. And her running around, she's gonna be the next Pistol Pete, Steph Curry, whatever you want to roll up together, and just get her out there and the fans will come. You make the game enjoyable. You make the game interesting. You make the game sexy. And what you got stars in the WNBA now that that can allude to that. So make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, man. They if you want to get women involved, Ace, they would have a WNBA reality show, I think, and it should be full of. You can make it former players, but you can have the current players coming in and out and kind of intertwine it with their training camp and all their lesbianic relationships. You know what I mean? Them throwing drinks on each other. You got to do that. And then kind of make it. Yeah, you show them working out. And like you said, you get it because this is 2024. There was an experiment done here. They opened up, it was called Paylessy. They put it on Rodeo Drive. It was a pop-up store for high-end private shoes. And they were asking all the experts, what they thought. Oh, these are $2,500 shoes. They all pay less shoes. So I say that to say, to your point, yes, they need to pay these people. Why? Human nature. When you come out, once I remember the NBA started doing it. Once you start getting announcements of, man, they paid John Elway what? It makes a person say, all right, well, this is box office. Let me go see what this is all about. Let me go watch this person. So, yeah, you could take a Caitlin Clark, bro, and just pay her $10 million a year, and that's going to make people say, oh. You know what I mean? It's like, oh. She's
Why they
extra
paying her
special.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I gotta see. I gotta see what the next greatest thing is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It creates the value when
Mhm.
you just put the value there,
Yeah.
with a dollar amount under it. So I thought that was a great point that, you don't have to pay all these players, but you do have to start paying the ones that are box office, that have these big NIL deals, the Juju Watkins. So it makes more sense for them to, hey, come on over here. We got you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Right,
For sure.
right.
And it's not
Um,
costing you anything.
no, it ain't cost you nothing. You're going to get rich. But that was well said, bro. So in conclusion, this episode delved into some contentious remarks made by Acho about, the sister Angel Reese and the ensuing debate over whether or not, those statements were appropriate. While many may argue that Acho's comments were a form of tough love or, candid critique, others view them as pile on to an athlete already facing undue scrutiny. To the point made by the gentleman on the show today, uh, Angels had this target on her back since she just did her thing and won a chip last year. She got a lot of vitriol just because she got that W and she happened to be black. Um, you know, I don't think it has so much to do with the female. And the waters are muddied here. And that's a whole different thing. Um, I met a black woman. She's a comedian. We're going to see if we can get her on the Self Love Show. And she has an alternative lifestyle. And she said that um, in an interview, someone asked her, how does it feel being a female comedian in Hollywood? No, a lesbian comedian in Hollywood. And she said that she almost went ham because she felt like, how do you ignore and filter out the fact that she's black? So it's a lot of weird stuff going on here. And that's something I think, we as a community need to, come to some sort of uniformity, if you will, and not have outsiders, driving the narratives of, how we move within our communities. Because I thought coming from her, who's outwardly openly gay, that was interesting. And I even told her that, yeah, you look back at chattel slavery, yeah, there were homosexuals who were slaves, but um, people weren't enslaved based upon their sexual orientation. So that becomes weird what's happening. And then, but it's even hard for me to talk about it because I'm a man. But that's why we hope we can get her on the show. But anyway, this episode has sparked a necessary conversation about the fine line between criticism and support in sports commentary and whether the current climate allows for athletes, especially black women, to show vulnerability without fear of being unfairly targeted. Ultimately, the discourse surrounding Angel Reese serves as a reminder of the power of words and responsibility held by those in the media spotlight. Should you have any questions, comments, concerns, or feedback, feel free to drop a comment. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay loyal to the Navy and Orange. Bear down, FGB, and don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Yeah.
FGB.
Tori said it's a public-private venue. I think he's talking about, was he talking about the stadium? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must be. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any comments, Ace? Next week, y'all. Well, y'all catch the Self Love Show. Tuesday, we might be. Yeah, we might be promoting the glamping event. We don't know.
Right.
Yeah, we might. We got other stuff to talk about. But next week, Ace, let's go ahead and jump into who'd you say just died, and they say it might be related to CTE.
Vontae Davis. Yeah.
He was a beast, Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, brother Vernon Davis and Illini.
Wow. And Vernon, I remember, kind of retired kind of earlier than everybody would have expected, right?
Yeah. Vernon can't win with him. Can't do it.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
that was Samurai Mike's guy.
But he wasn't an Illini, was he?
No. Vernon.
Okay. Are they from Chicago?
I have to research that.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into that. We already covered CTE, so I'm just my spidey senses are tingling. The fact that
it was swept under the rug.
Right under the rug. Nobody cared about this guy, and he was a beast in the NFL, bro.
Yeah, 35.
Yeah.
35 years old.
Yeah. Wow. You know, that's the stuff we cover here on This Ain't That Network.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we want to look at the guy that was racing down the damn highway and got out of his car and went home.
Yeah.
Slept off the bender.
Yeah.
But, a player.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 911 calls. Yeah, we'll definitely get into it next week, man. It's why was it swept under the rug?
Yeah.
And, you know how powerful the shield is. So.
Very powerful.
We'll take
very powerful. And I mean, I don't see any difference between the allegations on P. Diddy and Josh Giddey, allegedly.
Right. Allegedly.
Except that Diddy wasn't throwing his parties in Oklahoma. I guess that was the issue.
It's throwing in Miami, New York, California, wherever else you could get a venue. Yeah.
Oh man, America is a trip.
And he's some kind of
he's some sort of colored.
Colored, yeah.
Yeah, he's some sort of color.
Yeah, so we got to figure out what's going on.
He's gotten too rich, and
too big.
We got another one talking about starting his own network and cutting us out.
Selling that liquor.
Yep, cutting us out, doing his own shit.
Yeah.
Remember? Not own, but what's that network he had to sell? He sold it, bro.
Revolt.
He said he sold it to an undisclosed person because that person was like, "They're gonna be on my ass, nigga."
Don't tell them who I am. I'll buy it. I got the Dolo, but you got an NDA going on.
I guarantee you, that's probably why my beta knew Bob Johnson. Yo, that's probably why he sold BET. They probably hit that button on his ass like, hey, listen, you got your own network.
Yeah, don't take this chop.
You see Oprah. Yeah. Oprah ain't been the same. She ain't been as commercially friendly and an American household name since she went off there. I'm not gonna be on ABC. I'm gonna do my own thing and call it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those white girls don't support that. No, they don't support that shit. No. All right. And we need to learn from them, y'all. They learned it from us.
Yeah, you gotta. They only support the American broadcasting network.
Yeah, we make jokes about the Asians. They always driving Hondas and Toyotas. You know what I mean? Yeah, we make jokes about them.
Yeah, they support them.
Yeah. So if there's an African automaker out there is. We research it. You know, we need to look at that. Start driving those little African cars. You know
there's an African electric automaker.
Yeah.
We gotta start that.
Paying the extra, smuggling it up. All the black people driving these African produced cars.
Let's go bankrupt.
Yeah, but our rappers only want the Italian stuff. Our entertainers only want the stuff that the Italians got.
Foreign.
It's still an import. It's just coming from Nigeria. Whatever. You know what I mean? You want to pay extra? You want to pay overpriced to bring some shit in? You know what I mean? Do it.
Yeah. They probably, Elon Musk probably stole the damn design from them.
Of course he did.
From them.
And you can talk your shit and stole all the cobalt to put in the batteries. But you can talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? If you got a African-made car and you're the only one on the block with it, and it's the highest end one, you can talk your shit.
What's that?
I paid the extra 20. Nigga, they still got my thumb up my ass. What you talking about? Nigga, I paid the extra $25,000 just to get it shipped over here, nigga. And because it's from Nigeria, it was extra $10,000 tariff, nigga. $35 just to nigga get it here, nigga. Now my kids, I ain't got no college fund set up. Fuck you talking about?
And they sent me a diamond and a necklace.
Hey, you see, speaking of diamond and necklace, we got to wrap it up. But Rick Ross, bro,
But,
This motherfucker, Rick Ross, found out that damn near all his jewelry was fake. Yeah.
Mouthpiece included.
What's he buying it from?
I don't know, but yeah, exactly. He even found out a lot of his jewelry. You know, you coon fabulous people, you can agree to all this, and you got to start telling these people, I have a jeweler that's going to show up right before I make the payment, right? And this motherfucker's going to confirm about it. I'm just letting y'all know for everybody.
All these fucking rhinestones you're putting in there and charging me $1 million. Yeah. Gonna put the diamond tester on there and look at this shit and see that.
Yeah, I'm paying for a guy from Lavendar and Horowitz to come out here and tell me like,
Lavendar and Horowitz?
Yeah, we got to give him the real one.
Yeah, I know we were supposed to have it ready for you this week, but it won't be ready.
We can't do business with you because we don't have access to any jewels here. We're ashamed. You know what I mean? That's why we gave you a discount to bring other moolies in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
we gave you free jewelry. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, we don't wear that shit. I got a t-shirt on.
T-shirt. You know what I mean? You guys have been killing each other over fake fucking jewelry. America. All right. America. Only in America. God bless America. Allegedly. So you find yourself dipping through the south side of Chicago. You might be over east. Shit. You ain't across Stony. You better start keeping that head on that swivel. You sliding down the tray, 7th tray, you going east? Where you going over there? You gonna see the Mexicans? They got the deal? You going over there? Where you going? Yeah. Keep that head on the swivel. You better watch your back. You know what I mean? You better check your 6. Look at that blind spot, or the DMV will fail you. Guard your grill. I'm confident, Ace. At least 45% of the people driving around LA do not have a license and have never read the vehicle code. That's one thing that I have a license to never fucking read the vehicle code. Is another thing. No, they haven't, because there's no way they're getting past at DMV with it. Ace, they're making right turns and they're swerving out like they're driving a semi. And I'm driving down, they're swerving in my lane to make it right. I'm like, I hope ain't nobody. I hope you ain't getting past.
Yeah, they do that.
Do they? When I'm driving tests and shit, like who's?
No, not a driving test, but some of them old school drivers. Yeah, my grandpappy told me I got to make the swerve around here because I start here and then I swerve around here.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Okay. And if your grandfather told you that, he probably said, make sure there's no car in that lane, though, if you're gonna do this dumbass unnecessary shit.
Yeah. This is a modern era car. This is a '68 like Coupe de Ville.
When you didn't have power steering.
Yeah.
And you were driving that deuce and a quarter. It wasn't a deuce. Yeah, it was a deuce and a quarter.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you better guard your grill. Knuckle up. Let's get the volume up.
Mouthpiece included.
TATN.
And don't forget
Don't forget it, baby. Don't ever forget it.
And don't forget to.
Don't forget it, baby.
Everybody knows who he is. You can't say there he is. He's one of the best characters of the Simpsons.
Yeah.
And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, go Deuce. Keep matriculating. Matriculate, damn it. Matriculate. Get in the front.